Welcome to Session 2 of Heralds of an Azure Omen. I am DM Taylor. We are joined by Dante, who is playing...
Rortrin Havrelson.
And George, who is playing...
Manning Force... Or no, this game's Nicassius.
Yes.
One of these.
Stephanie, who is playing...
Ragdal.
Chris, who is playing...
Crypt.
And Jordan, who is playing...
Ragdal Fireforge.
Excellent. And when we last left our protagonists, they had just endured some unforgivable BS, let's be perfectly honest, as they went to bed one night after burying a lamp, and unfortunately Ragdal found himself falling asleep, as he's never done in his life, because no self-respecting dwarf would ever fall asleep on watch duty. But nonetheless, his reputation and honor has been shattered, as he woke up with the rest of his party, still in the desert, in a slightly unfamiliar location. And this band of protagonists found that they were in a location matching that of a treasure map that they had previously found in the house/warehouse of a couple dead elves. And following this treasure map to its logical conclusion, the heroes dug through some silt and dredged up a big chest and opened that chest. And we left on a very dramatic and totally not dumb cliffhanger as we tried to figure out what was inside it. And once I find my paper, I'll tell you what was inside it. At this time, our heroes were breathing hard, flopping back in the sand as they just dragged the imp Crypt from certain suffocation as he was rodeoing the chest while several animals and humanoids were trying to drag it up from the depths. So you throw open the top of the chest. An old, naked male elf with a tangle of long white hair on his head sits up from the chest, his arms shaking and his eyes squinting in the desert glare. He flails his hands in approximation of some spell, but then stops. "Where's that bastard apprentice of mine?" he asks.
Okay.
What do you do?
Nope.
Apprentice?
Yes! He licks dry lips.
Was your apprentice supposed to dig you up?
He wasn't supposed to bury me!
That's not much of an apprentice, is he?
He wouldn't have happened to be an elf, would he?
Why do you He looks around and sees that you're not all elves. He says, "Oh, yes. One of you is carrying the lamp on your
That
back,
would be
wasn't
me.
it? Okay, so he sees the lamp on your back and he squints at you and he says, "What year is it?" And it was, in your guys' reckoning, Imperial Year 842. Does one of you wish to tell him this?
Yeah, I tell him. Imperial Year 842.
Wrong! That was 28 years ago? One of you, give me something to wear. He clambers out of the box.
Okay, well,
skin leather.
luckily we have a spare set of orange clothes.
Orange, you say?
Yes. Aren't you glad that we got that?
Wow, that guy's runs back and grabs them off of the mule.
Thank you. It's just like it was yesterday. He then kind of like falls to one knee. He's very shaky. He pulls himself back up on the edge of the box. Says, "My name is Sadar Castion, and I believe we are in a bit of a pickle due to the shenanigans of my former apprentice. I was a necromancer in I would say a past life, but I suppose it was really just this life. I'm a necromancer. I hail from the city of Shudal. Those of you from Nalil, the elf country, know that that's an island to the furthest west of the country, of the entire continent, actually. He was a necromancer who studied on this island of Shudal. All the ancestors, it's been 28 years. My apprentice did all this with my magnum opus. That thing you got strapped to your back. Like a shovel. You disgraceful little shit.
Well, to be perfectly honest, we were considering just leaving it out in the middle of the desert, but...
May I see it?
Okay.
As you pick it up, Ragdal readies his head.
Oh, quiet, you. I don't got more than a drop of arcane power left in my body. This here is my magnum opus. The Black Bow. Name to be determined. I hadn't gotten quite that far yet. My apprentice has bound us all to this spatio-temporal point. That is the only explanation for why you would be right here. As, according to my estimation, I was buried a whole 10 seconds ago. You didn't happen to see a scrawny-looking elf running away from y'all when you were coming up to me, did you?
No, but we encountered a older, scrawny elf that was dead in a cabin that happened to have this lamp above him. And also, unfortunately, we found a body of a female elf as well.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, that's a long story.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really have that much time. Thankfully, ideally, hopefully, we'll see in a moment, I suppose. My apprentice is an idiot. He begged me to take him on. He gave me much treasure to take him on. I should never have taken him on. I mean, even before this, it was obvious I should have never taken him on. He didn't have an ounce of talent in his body. But that doesn't matter. We were in Cimmeria, you see, and we happened to discover a scion of the ancient elfish royal family living there. We were on our way back home to turn her in when my apprentice decided he was in love with her. So it seems he took advantage of our diversion to this old artifact here. He points down to the hole where the chest came from. Does he trap me in this stupid box? He turns and kicks it. I assumed he'd been living it up with all my money in Cimmeria. He always wanted to stay there, never wanted to come back. I assumed that's where you fine gentlemen were when you encountered him.
No, we were out in the middle of this desert, and he was living in a shack.
I have no idea how that would possibly come to be. Pickled cactus, you say?
Well, with a pickled... Well, let's be honest. A pickled elf woman.
Oh, dear.
Who's growing roots?
She might have been part potato.
He looks at you, one moment, he looks at you, the elf, and seems very confused that you didn't know that. And that you're telling it out loud. Yes.
Why were you naked? Just
Because he took my clothes!
Forcefully?
I wasn't in a position able to resist at the time. He took my clothes and my precious family heirloom. That's quite a sting right there. I never cared much for it. I should be happy I have these fine robes back. These cost me 600 gold pieces. Finely tailored. Reflect all sort of magical radiation. Thank you for returning them to me, by the way.
You're welcome.
The pleasure is entirely ours.
Well, I suppose he sold the heirloom for cactus money then. We still have hope. How long was it? Or your journey to here from wherever you were?
The journey from when we found that fella was yesterday. Hey, morning.
All right.
Today is the day after.
All right.
And
that doesn't make a lot of sense. The spell he used should have had a closed loop time of about 4 hours.
So he might be back at the cabin.
Is he here with you?
No, we only have this fella right here,
Brilliant waves. Like, I've never seen elves before. No, he has. As well. So you woke up this morning.
He woke up this morning.
What? Yes. So this was a different place to where you were.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, how long ago was that?
About several hours.
Oh, yeah. We better move fast then. Right. I don't look forward to having this conversation with you all again.
All right.
He points to the hole. He says, down there is the other part of the artifact. I say the other part. The part I didn't make. The part I need. I didn't really have a chance to look at it. When I was looking down the hall, my apprentice, he got me from behind, if you will, with magic. There's a little stone sundial-y looking thing down there. I need you to get it. I need you to bring it back up. Seeing as how I don't want to die, I'm not going to go down there with you.
Crypt, did you see that thing when you were down there?
No, I was being buried by.
No.
Yeah.
And the last of the silts is now fallen, and you see just a dark hole leading down below.
Well, luckily we got a way to search through there. There. You think you'd mold some earth there?
I can mold some earth. What was it, 5 cubic feet at a time?
Yes, and you can have 2 effects active at once, I think.
You just lift it up,
Okay.
move it,
Yeah.
drop it, and you can sort through the dirt.
No.
Moves a safe distance.
There's a thing
away.
down there. It was like an old building or something. You gotta drop down there.
A whole building?
I think so. I didn't get a chance to see it.
All right.
I've got. He like reaches into his pocket and there's nothing there. I had a scroll. It gave quite a lot of information about it. My apprentice must have taken it. But no, it's not in that little bit of dirt you have there.
There's a building under the ground.
Yes. Do you have rope?
Now, how did you end up in the chest if you were leaning over looking?
Please don't ask questions. My apprentice works in mysterious ways.
Right. So I'm going to suggest that. Well, luckily we have some rope, and it was already leaning. It was already
Yes.
going into the pit, so we could lower in our impish friend, and
You have the most experience out of any of us in this hole.
That is correct. That is extremely correct.
so
the natural.
You're close to having proficiency with this hole in particular.
So untie the chest, and then say, "Okay, can you just hop down into there, point it out, and then we'll join you one by one, and we'll tie." Oh wait, actually, let me tie this back on so we're actually able to climb back down.
Well, now there's no elf in it.
Oh, that is true. Tree.
There's a tree. It is a dead tree.
Yes, and that should be able to hold one of us at a
Excellent.
time at least.
Want to give a survival roll?
Okay.
I will give him guidance.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
First guidance of the session, boys.
That's going to be survival, so that's 12.
Correct.
I believe that's going to be 16. Yeah, 16.
Okay. You tie a knot that withstands your weight when you give it a good old yank.
Yeah, all right. Hey, now, can you just hop in there really quick, check and such, and if you find it, great, we'll follow you after.
He just gives you a look and then hops back in.
Have you already pulled the dirt out between us and wherever this is that Crypt
Yes.
needs to go?
There's just kind of like a sandworm pit.
A sandworm pit?
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it looks like.
Oh, lovely.
So you lower down the pit, and about 50 feet down, no, not 50 feet. What's a better number of feet?
30?
Let's go with 30. 30 feet down, you find that you're passing through a stone ceiling. There's a hole in the ceiling. You didn't phase through it. So in here is a room. It's not a very big room. This room is made of old stone, the similar stone that the bowl was made out of. A stone that seems unbearably cold, even though the desert was hot just right up above you. In this room, there is a little table right here. There's a door here, a door on the east and the west. There is a coffin right here. There's a coffin right here, and there's a coffin right here. And this is a breathtaking view right here. It seems there is a block of solid crystal set into the wall, with what looks like an orcish woman suspended in the middle of it, wearing long, flowing gray robes and holding a sundial in between her hands. Her eyes are closed.
Are these rooms here connected, or is there's still a wall between?
There's no wall here. This is
Okay.
actually a step downward.
Alright.
There are stone doors right here and right here. There is no light down here.
Rortrin asks Crypt, so, see anything down there?
No, it's dark.
It does smell like really old wood, though.
Smells like wood.
Alright, well,
It's kind of weird.
so who should go down there next? Alright,
Ragdal will.
I'll go after you, okay?
We get minis, yeah.
Alright, well, there's mine.
I don't remember whose I had if I had any. Here's Ragdal's.
Dwarves belong underground.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a sentiment many elves have.
I don't remember what we were using for. I can never remember your character's name, George. I'm so sorry. Nicassius?
Yeah, it was an all black one. It had almost like a banner or something to the right.
Yes.
And something being held up on the right.
I'm gonna tether the goat and the mule to the tree before we go.
Okay.
Is our extra coming down with us?
Really?
The extra. Hey, would you like him to come down with you?
That's up to him.
Well, you want to do some adventuring there, son?
Of course, that's what I'm here for.
Well, come on down.
Well, his horse
Can we
too.
put him on guarding the trees duty? Gotta make sure those trees don't come back to life intact.
I mean, that's a very valid concern. Will you shout this at him?
We're
Yes,
out
I will.
nothing if he gets
Alright.
himself killed.
But I mean, it's the rest of the party has the same.
What's that?
Where's our
Need the imp.
We do need the M. What we're using for the M?
I think it was the one that you were just holding.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Okay. I figured that
Shouldn't
seemed
she be
great.
a lot smaller than that? Yeah, this one is smaller than that.
He doesn't
Alright.
have as much of a collection as I do.
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I really don't care much for minis. I say with standing here holding a box full of minis.
So we're leaving the guy that we just dug out of the ground up there with our gear.
Yeah, this is gonna be brilliant. This is gonna be a pair. Awesome!
So what
I'm glad to have responsibility. Sundial, that's all I know.
Alright.
Don't die. See you in an hour.
Why are you not coming down here with us?
I don't want to die.
Will you stay up there?
Yes, what else do you think I'm gonna do?
Okay, then.
Where do I have to go?
You should count the grains of sand for us. It's very important information.
Oh, ha
It'll
ha!
take you a while.
I'm not him.
Alright.
I'm gonna sit up here meditating or something. Try to recover some semblance of power.
Okay, so the orc woman, she is clearly, was living or is living?
The color of her skin looks healthy.
Uh-huh.
She looks for all the world like she's just asleep. But she seems like she's sealed in a big block of crystal.
Mhm.
It looks like it goes back about 5 feet, about 10 feet across, about 15 feet high. The ceiling is about 20 feet up.
Right. I'm going to see if I can sense out like any sort of arcana that's around there,
Right.
like if it's sort of spell that she's under.
Are you going to cast Detect Magic?
No, I was thinking of just using arcana.
Okay, you can look
Just-
around for sigils
Yeah,
and stuff.
sigils.
Okay.
So, natural one. Wait, I'm still under. Heard that D4. So
Are you?
Yeah. Well, guidance is 10
I didn't.
minutes.
Yeah, but
It's one
gets
action.
used up.
I didn't
Oh,
declare.
one action. Sorry.
Yeah.
never
all
mind.
right. So how's
Yeah.
this natural one going to resolve?
I see.
Are you just captivated by her beauty? Because she is pretty beautiful.
Yeah. Wow.
All right.
No, I mean I've hung out with some half orcs, but wow.
So she's a full orc. This is just all the best features of half orcs that aren't human. I guess. I don't know how that works. Okay. Anybody else?
I'll try as well.
Well,
All right.
You said it's rather dark down here.
It is very dark. There's no source of light aside from the pretty narrow spot of light falling down from above.
12.
All right. Well, you clearly see the sundial she's holding. That is clearly the thing you're looking for. Those coffins in the back have some kind of weird squiggly runes on them. What languages do you speak?
Hold on. I forget actually. Oh, Common, Dwarvish, and Gnomish.
Okay. You do not recognize them.
Do
I'm
you
gonna check
let
them out as
us?
well.
Do you
Okay.
let us know about them? Okay.
All right.
I don't
these-
recognize those runes.
Well, maybe give me a moment to check them out. I know.
All right. History roll for people looking at the comments.
All right. Okay, that's not too bad. History is going to be
20.
Okay.
20.
14.
All right. They are a very old, archaic version of Elvish. Like, old enough that if you're not a scholar, you're not going to be able to decipher them, but you can recognize them as Elvish.
Mm-hmm. Well, luckily I speak that, so.
Excellent. Are you a scholar of ancient Elvish?
No, I'm just I can speak Elven.
Okay. So you won't be able to decipher it.
Yeah, maybe I can
You know
get
what?
some gleaning
Give
from
me
it.
a further history roll.
Mm-hmm.
You have any proficiency in this?
No, I don't,
Okay.
but that's going to be a 19.
I'm afraid you don't decipher it.
No.
Yes, but they do look funky.
Mm.
They don't look like tombstone text. They're not saying here lies Bob the elf.
They
They're
look like something magic, rather.
yes.
What are they made of?
They're made of an old dried wood. Of indeterminate
Do they
quality.
look sealed or locked?
They don't look terribly sealed. They're standing up against the walls. The covers to the coffins, the lids, that's the word. They're on, but they don't look sealed tight. There are no visible hinges. They're just kind of there. The wood looks warped.
And what is on that table?
On that table is nothing.
There's nothing.
It's just a lot of dust.
You know, I'm going to run my hand over it, see if I can feel anything on that table, like engravings and the like. So,
All right. You do feel a spiral pattern lightly engraved, though you don't know whether it's a decoration or something important. Dust fills the air. Can you make a Constitution save?
yeah.
7.
You sneeze quite a lot.
I think I may have found something here.
And then the other room.
Can you take a look at this?
Take a look.
All right. It is a wooden table with a spiral on it.
Yeah.
You do not notice anything
Okay.
out of the
Well
ordinary.
spotted.
I'm more versed in stones than wood.
I'd like to check out the doors and see how
Okay. They are
it locked it there.
they're stone doors with handles. There are no locks.
Stone doors with handles.
Mhm.
So I take it like it's a click type of handle you push down.
It's a
your thumb.
lever that you.
Oh, it's a level.
engage.
So you. Oh, okay. You turn.
So is there something between us and the orc woman with the sundial?
She's encased in a block of crystal.
Okay.
That's the
That's a
something.
little something.
Well, no, I was just wondering if there's anything between us and
No.
that crystal.
There's a velvet rope.
You
maybe,
can't cross that.
I don't know.
That's not okay.
Oh, wonderful. We're in the planet Hollywood of the fancy world.
Yes.
It's been abandoned.
It's just an elaborate art installation.
All right. So.
Lunar's not here. I don't know what to do with doors.
Right. Is there any like objects area with like 1 to 5 pounds and such? That's around
that,
the area.
that table looks old,
Mm.
dried out, and small.
Okay. So I say, right, we have 3 different options available to us in order to get to that sundial. Option A, we start exploring like those coffins. We see if there's
This
like
coffin explodes open.
and see what I mean.
Okay. Yep.
And
And
very scrawny looking zombies sprout.
scrawny looking zombie.
All right.
Well, I just looked it up, and apparently they are vulnerable to necrotic. So
3 scrawny looking zombies?
3 scrawny looking zombies.
1 out of each coffin, or
No, out of the middle coffin
Oh,
only.
okay.
Somebody please throw me one of those crap pieces of paper. And I'm gonna since we're out of
Turn
turn.
and face the zombie.
all right, I am going to
Initiative, please.
That's going to be another nat 1.
All right, what's your total?
My total is going to be 0.
Would you like some new dice?
Oh no, actually 2.
Okay. Dear goodness. I'm
I
so
got a
sorry.
10.
Okay.
I as well got a 10.
Okay. Dexterities.
16.
8.
Okay.
Got 6.
Okay.
No breaker.
13 dice.
Okay. What's your dexterity?
It's somewhere around here.
Okay.
18.
All right. Crypt, you're up.
Oh, good. Throw the midget at them.
That was brilliant. So brilliant at them.
They're making creaky sounds.
He's a great
They're gonna
adventurer.
eat you.
Okay, I'm trying to find my
I know.
dice.
I'm sorry.
You are bite sized.
You are fun sized.
I'm going to cast Thunder Wave at them.
In this enclosed area?
This enclosed
Over
area?
there. Okay.
Do you know what the radius of thunder wave is? It's probably
Yeah.
not
Does that
big.
affect
Okay.
everybody?
Oh boy.
All right.
No, it wouldn't be everybody. It's a
It ain't a cone. It is a.
it's a cube.
It's a cube.
Yes.
I was just looking at
And you are on one face of that cube.
So you can move up and then cast it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So you're gonna
Please
move.
don't
Move
cast
up
it.
to them and
It's
Okay.
not going to reverberate
So
against
it's gonna
that
be
wall that's
like-
shaped like an amphitheater.
It's going to be like
Probably
this.
not.
We're about to be deaf.
Yeah.
I hope
All right,
we've all been
so
practicing our
We're
sound.
going to resolve the primary effect first. So Thunder Wave, on a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away. Dear goodness, they're just going to die.
Smash them.
All right. So what is the range of Thunder Wave?
They look
On
a little.
15-foot cube.
They look
Yeah.
a little gray.
Oh boy. You're right
What?
here, right?
Mhm.
1, 2.
It's a.
Three.
This is the face
No,
of
over
the cube.
Goes
over
that
Oh,
way.
there.
it goes that way. Okay.
Yes. What did they have to pass? Whatever it was, I think they passed it, but
13.
somehow.
No, the range is self.
The range itself? Okay, each creature in a
Oh, is
15-foot
that
cube.
Is that the difference between wall and wave, I guess? Or something
Yeah.
like that?
Wave is from yourself.
Okay, so it's a point blank.
Yeah, so it goes from yourself outwards.
No.
No,
You.
it was
A cube, you
You
are
would
on
be
one
on
face
the
of
beginning.
it.
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, okay.
I, for the longest time, thought you were in the center of the cube.
Okay,
I was
I
wondering
got
why.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Makes
sorry.
sense. Okay.
Alright, so each
Well,
of
that
them.
would kind of hurt yourself.
Yeah.
So
Each of them passed their save. Can you please roll me 2d8?
11.
Okay, so they're each going to take. Do you round down or up for enemies? I forget. We're gonna round up. They're gonna each take 6 damage.
Sorry about the folks at home about listening and such. I'm playing a wizard, but this is the first time I'm playing a magic character.
It's all good. And they are. You know what? No, they're just gonna take full damage because they're right up against the wall and they have nowhere to go. They're just gonna get
They
flattened.
just get blasted against
They
the
take
wall.
wall damage.
You just whack-hoom them. And the coffin is obliterated. These two coffins, I'm going to saving throws for them.
Go Crypt.
This one just falls over. This one gets obliterated. There were some earthen pots inside it that smash, and some kind of a liquid goes flying against the wall inside them. Now,
Ooh.
if you didn't fire it into a bowl, that seems almost engineered to reflect stuff back in the direction of where it came.
Mhm.
You might have been fine, but you didn't. So I'm going to need everybody to make Dex saving throws, please.
Thank you.
Oh,
Next one.
You okay there, Dad? 4. Let's see, 11.
23.
a 1, but not a natural one. A 2 minus 1.
Okay.
We're good.
So the two of you are deafened
Good.
for 4 minutes. The rest of you have a loud ringing in your ears. You suffer no damage. And everybody falls down. And then you can get back up. So
Okay.
no.
So we get knocked down and we get up again.
Thanks,
Yes.
Crypt.
They're dead.
They are.
An excellent point.
The crystal looks unharmed.
Of course.
All right.
I can do it again at the crystal.
Let's
Uh,
not.
No.
No.
Oh.
Oh, wait, I don't even hear.
Oh, yeah,
there. So I'm like,
like.
what? What?
I'm just going to mouth again.
Don't do it.
I do
again.
an elaborate pantomime of thundering the crystal.
Yes. So what do you do?
Somebody needs to open one of those doors.
And somebody needs to check out and see what was inside those coffins.
I unfortunately cannot hear the plan at the moment.
You can formulate your own individual plans. So.
Yeah. So while the rest are going to be
If
exploring,
only everybody
and
was
such,
robes.
yeah, I'm going to check out the coffins.
Okay.
And
And what is Ragdal gonna do?
Ragdal's going to walk up to the bowl that reflected everything at us
Yeah.
and just hold my hammer up to it and stare at it while I inspect
You stare at the wall. It does not attack you again.
it. Okay.
But it might.
But it might.
So is that entire 5 by 10 area one big crystal?
Looks like it.
Okay. So it's not that just she's encased in crystal, it's
It does not
a
appear to be
huge
so.
block of crystal.
You see a flat crystal face in front of you.
Mhm.
You see her suspended behind. The remainder behind her looks like crystal.
I'm just gonna call up to the wizard upstairs. Do you know anything about this crystal that she's in?
No? Or who she is, I suppose. What was that sound? Are you fighting purple worms?
Not yet.
Everything's okay down here.
Okay.
How are
Tell
you?
Rillian we got it under control.
Who's really? Oh yes, they have it under control. So you're watching the wall. You're investigating the coffin.
How many grains of sand are there so far?
I'm gonna go check out the fluid that was on the wall.
Okay. So the two of you are going to look at that. What are the two of you doing?
I'm going to go look at that pattern on the table.
Okay. And what is Breaker doing?
Just investigate the crystal more closely and see
Okay.
if I can figure out anything.
All right. So the two of you who are looking at the coffins and the liquid there, can you give me investigation rolls, please?
Okay, so
10.
for me,
Okay.
that's going to be 24.
All right. I'm gonna assume you're investigating together.
Am I
Yes.
still deaf?
You may wait a few minutes until the deafness passes. Let's assume that you guys did that. Yeah. All right. You can just sat in silence, everybody, for a few minutes.
Okay. Then
Well,
I'm
it's a
going,
good thing we're not permanently deaf. Back
Yes.
to business.
now I'm going to give Crypt 10 since I now understand what is going on.
Okay.
So you can add a d4.
So
Look harder, young imp.
14.
All right. So the liquids that splash on the walls are sweet-smelling embalming oils. Yeah, right. And that was all that was in this leftmost coffin. The one near the back. I mean, there's bits of dried-out zombie everywhere. You don't see anything else that was in them.
And then you have the last one that
Yes.
didn't explode open. It just fell over, right?
It did fall over, and if you look inside it, you will see some rusty weapons and tools.
Oh.
They are iron, hence the rust.
what sort of tools? I'm sorry.
You see a sickle, and you see a dagger, and you see a wee mallet, and you see another dagger.
Well, this is interesting, but I think that it would be more beneficial that we continue on, and if we need to have these for like any sort of ritual, or actually,
Do
you
all
know,
of these weapons look utilitarian, or any of them look more ritualistic?
They do not look ritualistic at all. They look like cheap peasantry tools. And
you know,
Nicassius, you're looking at the table. It looks as though this was once a deeper pattern, and that the surface of the table has been worn away by heavy use over the years. You do not see anything mystical or meaningful about the spiral. And Breaker, you are investigating the crystal.
Yes, sir.
Can you give me an investigation roll, please? All right. You scratch the surface of the crystal with various things around you. Do you have any things that you would be using to scratch the surface?
The only pointy sort of thing I have is my scimitar.
All right. You use that to scratch. And what is your scimitar made of?
What are scimitars normally made of?
I don't know. It
Steel?
could be steel.
I
You could have
assume
chosen some other thing for whatever.
I didn't put that
So-
much thought into the
okay.
makeup of my scimitar.
You'd make no scratches in the surface with your scimitar. This is very hard crystal.
It is very hard crystal, guys.
If you touch it, it seems almost to repel your touch. It's pretty weird. I believe that was everybody's
Can I
stuff.
inspect the crystal as well?
All right. Using your stonecraft?
Yes.
Okay, give me proficiency with your... investigation with extra proficiency, please.
Investigation with extra proficiency.
Yes.
Okay.
so essentially expertise.
Yes.
20 total. Not
Okay.
enough.
I'm just saying apply multiple skills to the same roll.
Okay,
So
double
this
proficiency.
is not any kind of naturally occurring crystal. It seems to have some kind of energetic field emanating from it. This was created probably by magical or alchemical means.
Can I tell if it is If it's related to necromancy at all, or if it's
It does not match anything you've ever heard of.
anything I've ever heard
necromancy.
of. Okay.
If it were pure magic, it would be of the abjuration school.
Okay.
But you believe it is solid. It is somehow of this world. It is likely not like a force field.
So I'm going to holler back up to our friend
Yes.
up top there and ask him, since they clearly came here for a reason,
Mm-hmm.
if he has any idea who might have been able to encase something in this unnatural crystal.
All right. Now that would have been the old orcs. It was some building of theirs. I'm afraid I don't know anything more. They're pretty far removed from whatever culture they used to have. I've studied up on them. They had some pretty fancy magic. But there's not much to know. If it's magical crystal down there, there might be, I don't know, some power source keeping it active. It's pretty old, though. I wouldn't necessarily expect that.
Well, there's no power source in this room, nearest way I could tell, and I grabbed the 2 daggers as well because I need some ammunition for catapult.
All right.
And I'm going to say, all right, Nate, there's 2 options for us. This, left or right.
Can one of us check for traps?
I'll check for traps. How does that work these days?
All right. Roll investigation, add proficiency with thieves' tools or a similar kind of crafty thing.
Hey,
that'd be a 23.
All right. You find no traps on either door.
Wonderful.
Okay, so who wants to go north? Who wants to go south? I mean, left or right? I mean,
Your left
This
or my
is-
left? So which left are we talking here?
This is going to be cardinal west. This is going to be
Okay.
cardinal east.
A
Somebody-
good adventure always goes left, but which
Somebody-
left is left?
okay, looking north, we go. Oh, west. All right.
You open the western door?
Open the western.
Okay. Follow me.
Which way does the man above say we should go?
I
don't
don't
think he's
know.
I don't think he's ever been down.
I wasn't aware there was more than one room.
Left or right?
Go left.
Let's go right.
Would you like to split the party?
Oh, that would be lovely, especially for
Never
a first
touch
level wizard.
Excellent. Does anybody want to go right? Well,
No, I think we should stay together.
Okay, I'll go left. I don't trust this necromancer though.
Well, in general, necromancers are kind of a bit of
Untrustworthy, yes.
yeah.
Not that I care much, but is somebody going to produce something generating light since we're
Oh.
no longer going to be at the hole?
Yeah, you can cast light.
I will
on my-
light
on my
myself on
staff.
fire.
excellent.
Wait, you're an elf? You have dark
Yeah.
vision.
A might of the
Hey,
forge.
like I said, it doesn't matter to me, but
I don't think I do.
All right. So in this room, anybody staying behind?
No. Nope.
Okay. Y'all pile in. This room looks very similar to the previous one. You do.
I'll immediately walk over near the coffins and just hold up my
Okay,
finger
excellent.
in preparation.
There's a little table. This table looks considerably nicer. It's of a darker color, although there is still quite a lot of dust on the top of it. You still have a
Force field?
crystal force field, whatever you're going to call it here. There is an identical orc woman holding an identical sundial inside it. And there are the 3 coffins right here, as in the previous room, but they look less warped and darker.
Crypt, please don't.
Crypt to do it.
You know what? I'm going to use a spell slot. I'm going to cast Detect Magic, and it'll be up to 10 minutes. So I'll keep it
All right. Excellent.
Yep. So,
You cast Detect Magic.
Mhm.
Everything's magic.
Rortrin goes blind.
Actually, I'm sorry. No, this table is not magic.
okay, that
Oh.
table is not magic, so I'm going to avert my eyes from there.
All right.
There, and instead walk
Your
to
ice is a little bit, just a little.
Okay, and then I'm going to walk to the coffin, see if I can sense anything
Okay.
magical about each of them.
Only this coffin emanates an aura of necromantic magic. Neither of the others emanate any kind of magic.
I point that out to the others and say, All right. Prepare an attack in case something pops out of there.
So you went up to the coffin and started talking?
I know. I'm on the right-hand side of this fine cleric that is heavily armored.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure you wouldn't be close to the coffin that you were talking about?
No, I can
You're
sense
still
it.
within 5 feet of the middle coffin and talking. Okay, that's what I thought.
Well, you were pointing to this coffin.
So out of this middle coffin
Oh.
bursts a big chunky zombie, bristling with armor and a big axe in each hand. And he goes, blah, 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 blah. And we're going to use the...
Do we understand?
No.
Oh.
He doesn't have a lower jaw is the problem.
Oh, okay.
He's going to burst out. We're going to use the initiative from previously. So, Crypt, you were the first person to go last time, and you just kind of ended it there. So, next is going to be the enemy's turn, and he's going to swing his axe at the person who woke him up.
Oh no.
And he rolled a 1. His arm goes flying off past you. Can you make me a dexterity saving throw, Crypt?
60.
You duck, and it goes flying past you and hits the wall. He's going to swing his other axe at you.
At me?
Yes. And it does an 11 hit.
Right at.
All right, then.
Brace yourself.
He's going to do 6 slashing damage.
Okay, that's not too bad. That puts me down to 2.
And it is going to be... One of these days, I'm going to learn your character's name. Nicassius. Nicassius. It's your turn, Nicassius.
So I am going to advance over to here,
Yes.
drawing my sword as I go, and I'm going to have at it.
All right.
You're a rogue, right? So, sneak attack.
You will indeed have sneak attack.
So
Hit.
that plus 5 be 23. Be 4. Sneak attack. Another 4 plus 3 be 11 points of damage.
All right. So you jump in and you use the pommel. What are you using for a weapon?
Rapier.
Okay. Use the pommel of your rapier to smash in a rib, which
yeah.
causes him to kind of like slouch to the side because that was a load-bearing rib. It is Ragdal's turn.
Ragdal is going to take a shield off his back and then beat his hammer on the shield on that holy symbol, and sacred flame will erupt out onto his
Excellent. Dex saving throw. Nat 1. He explodes into flames, falls down dead.
All right.
That's pretty sweet. What does it look like when you sacred flame?
The forge symbol that's like a hammer and anvil,
Yep.
just like fire in that shape just kind of shoots outwards after
Nice.
I hit it.
Does it like phase through your allies without hurting them?
Yes.
Until it's excellent. So that dude is dead.
Do you think you could give me like a little bit of healing help? Oh, I'm kind of bleeding.
Yes. If we're no longer in combat.
You're no longer in combat.
Okay, I will cast Cure Wounds.
Thank you.
On the item. That'll be 1d8 plus 3.
I rolled 2 nat 1s in that combat.
That was pretty good.
That will be 6 health points back.
Thank you. All right, I'm back up to full, baby.
Excellent.
Sweet. So what do you do?
Now I examined the one that had necromantic energy coming from it.
If I may flavor that as well, I just punched you on the shoulder again.
Thank
just
you.
like with guidance, and
Excellent.
suddenly you're just healed.
Yeah, thank you for punching the wounded arm.
He punched it
You
close.
fixed it.
Yeah.
He cauterized the wound.
I'd be glad I don't use my forge hammer.
That comes at level 3.
I
All right.
appreciate your help.
So you look at the one that had the tools in it before. Yeah. You open it up, and it has inside it an elvish longsword similar to the make of the other one that you guys found.
Ooh.
It has a helmet, a very rusted steel helmet, and it has a pile of red and blue rags.
And the magical thing I was sensing from there
Is the coffin itself.
is the coffin itself. Oh.
I'd like to investigate the crystal and see if I notice any major differences between that and the one in the other room.
All right. Please give me an
I will
investigation.
give you guidance and assistance on this.
All right.
Wrong menu.
I'm sorry.
So you should have an advantage and a d4. I believe.
Yeah.
That's a 4.
20.
All right. The crystal has almost an iridescence
That the other one didn't have?
that the other one did not have.
Does the woman inside look the same?
Looks the same.
And the tape?
The table has the dust covering it, but it looks darker. It looks less warped than the one in the other room.
And did anybody open the other coffin?
Nobody has opened the last coffin.
Crypt.
Yeah,
You could open the coffin.
I'll go over and open it.
Yeah,
All
go for
right.
it.
I'll walk over alongside Crypt. Just
Okay.
next to it.
You open
And I
the
will
coffin.
Prepare my hammer to strike.
Okay.
If anyone pops up.
And on a little shelf in the coffin, there are 3 earthenware jars that each contain a sweet-smelling oil. The same oil.
You know, I'm halfway convinced that this might be able to dissolve that like that. The force field if we pour it on there.
Kurt grabs one and chucks it at the wall.
Force field.
Smash it at the force field.
At the crystal?
Fragrant
Yeah.
oil is now dripping down the face of the force field crystal thing.
I'm
Nothing
just going to
happens.
assume I ducked. Thanks for looking.
Just
Somebody want to give me...
Can I use my proficiency in brewing to see if I can find any information on
Yes.
this? Okay.
Please give me... Wisdom... No, intelligence with proficiency.
12.
Alright. These are very expensive burial oils.
Hmm.
Probably worth at least 100 gold pieces each.
I'm going to take both of them away from Crypt.
Okay.
Put them in my pouch.
All right, and I'm going to check with my Arcana to see if I can see any like runes and such I recognize at all.
The same runes are on these coffins as were on the others.
Hmm.
You notice no additional runes.
And there's another room on to
There is a door.
Is
To the
there a
west.
hole in the ceiling of this?
There is no hole in the ceiling of this one.
If I may,
Yes.
quickly, what was the cost of those again?
100 each. There were
Okay,
2 of them.
100 each.
No? Do you want to go into the next room?
I would say we go to the next room, but I have a feeling we might be on a repeating pattern, considering that this is a repeat of the previous room with only minor changes.
Everything is newer.
Everything is newer, so either we're going to continue through this, and we're going to find. You know what? Okay, let's continue on to the next room. Oh,
Alright.
It has to be the last room because there's no room left in
It wraps around.
now is this a bigger table?
It is not. I just don't draw things properly.
So the first one isn't actually shaped like a guitar pick.
No.
Okay.
You know what they all are?
Yeah.
So in this room, the table and the coffins are much newer. They look like they're made of sleek, varnished wood. There is no dust covering it. The crystal block set into the wall, in response to the light, the surface of it seems to flicker. The reflection does. And there's a strong iridescence to it that wavers.
Strong iridescence. Yes. Does my detect magic pick up anything unusual about this? Yes.
You detect a necromantic aura coming from here. So now everything that was magic in here, like everything is magic to some extent. There's like a faint magic aura around everything of enchantment. And then the necromantic aura pulsates through it. Now previously, you were unable to distinguish any difference between the magical aura coming from the crystal and from the rest of the room. In here, there is a definite fluctuation in the enchantment.
Fluctuation how?
It rises up to the level similar to the surrounding room, and then drops a bit, and then rises back, and then drops a bit. It is unstable, it seems.
So she has a sundial in her hand.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So I'm going to suggest something. Hey, I feel like that this room is a lot weaker than the other rooms. Holmes,
There is actually a door right here.
I'm going to suggest that as I feel like this magic is dissipating a bit, we try to attack this force field. Actually, first, let's check the coffins. Make sure we get nothing that's going to pop in through the back. So
Something is going to pop out of the
And I realize I should have given you an attack of opportunity on the last room since you were waiting here.
Oh, that's fine.
all right.
You were
so
the first person to go anyway, so I suppose it wasn't.
Yeah.
horribly minerals. Anyway, yes.
I'm going to suggest first we check the coffins, make sure nothing's going to emerge from there, and then we'll try to break this force field. Okay?
I think we should first ready
So-
our weapons and then open whatever is in
So
I assume
we
everybody
can
has
still
ready
see
their
into
weapons.
this room.
You can.
Okay.
You
so it's
see-
not that we're just going it back in time by passing through the door over and over again.
Still could be.
I mean, those two things aren't mutually exclusive.
Well, no, they're not. But it's
All right. So who's going to prep weapons down by?
Who's going to be opening
I will-
the coffin?
I will prepare Sacred Flame
Okay.
while I stand behind somebody who's opening a coffin. I don't know who is opening one, but
Who will open the coffin? Alright, Nicassius will.
Why?
I don't see you anymore.
I have my hammer ready to strike my shield.
Alright,
Stay between me and the squishy there.
Breaker, are you preparing something?
I'll prepare my staff.
Alright,
I am going to prepare Lich Slap.
alright. Throw open the coffin. There's nothing in there.
We were ready this
I
time.
know.
I Sacred Flame it anyways.
Alright, the coffin catches on fire and then falls over.
Thank God no invisible zombies.
The
Just
heart
checking.
bump. Some dust blows back towards you. You do not sneeze.
Over 2 coffins.
I'll open the
I'll
one
prepare
I'm
Sacred
standing
Flame
next
again.
to.
Okay, you open this one, and there is a corpse inside it. A corpse of a dwarf. It's bloated. Its eyes are bulging out.
No tools.
Ragdal, I
It's-
think we have one of your cousins.
It's clutching a club in its hands.
Does it look like Ragdal?
It does not look like Ragdoll.
But it
If
is,
you think it looks like Ragdoll, you're racist.
but it is a zombie.
It is a creature that is in the process of zombification, for sure. Its
Okay.
hands
Well, then I
are
will
very zombie.
cast the Sacred Flame that I prepared.
Alright. It explodes in a burst of gas that catches on fire.
Oh.
Can you please give me a dexterity saving throw breaker?
Thanks.
Only breaker.
15.
You pass.
Yay.
You throw yourself to the ground, and zombie juices go flying over you.
I will cackle.
Lovely.
All right, and then the last one.
You open this one, Crypt, and there's a little shelf with 3 shiny new glazed little pots inside it. Of oil.
Don't smash them.
Somebody want to grab those?
You're the closest one to Crypt.
I will grab them.
Alright,
I assumed I had moved over to this coffin.
Okay. As you grab them, the ones in your pack disappear.
Well, now I have 3, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da.
That
Okay.
doesn't strike you as odd in the slightest.
Everything strikes me odd in the slightest right now.
All right.
This is probably the least odd thing.
I'm going to go back into the previous room
Okay.
and grab one of the tools, and then bring it into. I walk weird.
You grab one of the tools. Perception, please.
Perception.
Yeah. Okay. The oil is not splattered anymore in this room.
Whoa, okay.
You have the tools.
They don't do anything in this room.
They do not do anything in this room.
All right.
I
So
say we advance to the next room.
no.
Okay.
Oh, as I said earlier, I feel like it's fluctuating in this room. It rises and it lowers in strength and power. Here, I am going to use catapult with my last spell slot with a dagger that I picked up in the previous room.
Alright.
And then I'm going to use my Arcana senses and I'm going to launch it at this wall. When it's at the lowest point.
Alright. Is everybody still doing their other stuff back here?
Well, I wasn't doing anything, but
Okay.
I'm going to stay far away from where he's from.
Okay.
I will just hold my shield up in front of me.
Alright.
And
yeah, but
I'm making
you
sure
can-
it goes hilt first.
If anyone wants to hide behind my
Okay.
shield, that's fine.
All right.
Catapult. So I make
I
a
pulled
dex
the
throw, is that
behind
correct?
your shield.
Well, it's an object, right?
Well, yes, but effective. So I'm going to take max damage from it. Can you
Uh,
roll damage?
All right then.
And what are you? You're using that dagger that you found in the next room.
In the previous room, that's
Yes.
correct. Okay, so 3D. Oh, come down where?
What do you need?
I have another D8. There we go.
There we go.
Okay, so that's all 18 points
All right.
of damage.
A crack appears in the crystal.
Hey! Hey, okay. Hey, so I need you all to attack this when I say, hey, so, alright?
Like a projectile?
Like something blunt and such would work, I guess. That's in order
Throw
to
a
hammer it.
javelin.
Yeah, okay, do it when I say, though.
Anybody else?
I'll throw a stone. I'm not
Okay.
gonna
Sling
close.
stones.
Crypt, are you doing anything?
I'm gonna use my hand axe.
All right.
I'm gonna stay back and throw a stone.
Okay. Everybody's staying back here. Throw me your throws.
14.
8.
Actually, don't make me attack rolls. Just roll me damage. I'm assuming you all hit the wall.
Okay.
What should I roll for a stone?
Roll me d4.
Okay.
Add your strain.
Sure,
7.
makes sense.
8.
5.
How is my hand axe done if it's thrown?
Same
I forget
damage.
Maybe 1d6 plus your dex.
Okay.
A hand axe?
My hand axe, yeah.
Strength.
Not if it's thrown.
No,
Yeah,
no, it would be from. Oh, and it would if it was finesse, it would be
I
dexterity.
believe
Yeah.
you get to use your
Yeah, it's done.
8. All right. How much did you?
I did 16.
That's
No,
right.
18.
Yes. So the crystal shatters, and a torrent of clear water or some sort of liquid comes crashing out and turns to mist and washes over all of you.
And is the woman freed?
Well, first, you feel a strange sensation come over each one of you. Can each one of you give me a charisma saving throw?
Really? Oh, okay.
13.
6.
13.
Oh boy, that's going to be a 15.
I got a 4.
13.
Do you have 13?
13.
Okay.
Does this count as a poison?
No. Your beard grows a little longer. So you have aged by 4 years.
What do you do?
I don't know how that manifests.
Do you grow cactus needles?
How old are you now? You aged by 1 year. So
1
you
year.
actually got a fairly longer beard. But
Okay.
I mean, for a dwarf, that's
I
practically
didn't know. I hadn't worried about it.
okay.
How old were you?
It wouldn't make a difference in an hour.
Your toes hurt a little bit. Neither of your nails grow any extra. Your hair kind of grows. Your hair grows a lot. You're suddenly overwhelmed by hair.
Oh, there we go.
It's
Did my
lovely.
equipment degrade at all, or is it still in?
Your equipment is fine, both of yours. You hear a thump and the mist clears.
How about my pickled cactus that was in my pouch?
Your pickled cactus is vintage now.
So it seems to affect organic matter.
Yes.
In some way.
And with that bump, I'm going to walk forward and
Yes.
I'm going to see if everything is hunky dory.
All right. There is an orcish woman on the ground, bleeding from a severed jugular. There's a stone sundial on the floor.
Ragdal, over here now.
Is she actually dead? Can we tell if she's actually dead?
She's
yet?
not moving. Would you like to give me a medicine check, please?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to give a medicine check because I'm right there.
Okay.
15.
18.
She is already dead.
Never
I'm
mind.
not gonna waste a spell slot.
She wasn't breathing,
Damn.
but her blood is very fresh.
Yeah. Well, with that, and also this fancy sundial, I'll take that. Yeah.
It's lovely.
Is there a hole in the ceiling like there was before?
There is no hole in the ceiling.
Okay. Good thing we have this. So, you think we could head back now?
No, I'm seriously
Wait,
next
do we actually want to give this back to the crazy man that we just popped out of a coffin?
Ragdal says no.
Well, luckily we're several rooms away, so we're able to openly discuss this. But we have a limited amount of time to discuss this, and he's the only
According
one
to
that
him.
Right?
According to
Right.
him, but at the same
Exactly.
time.
You can count more grains of sand. It's fine.
All right. So, either I can then try to figure out how this sundial interacts with that lamp, or we follow or we try to agree with what he's saying.
Oh, he has the lamp now, doesn't he?
He does have the lamp.
Oh, he does have the
You
lamp.
gave it to him.
Yes, we did, but at the same time,
Who
he needs
authorized
this.
I believe
That one.
Rortrin handed him the lamp.
So, what's happened? What are you doing?
I want to see what's in the next room.
Yeah, I would also like
Maybe
to.
it'll
Okay.
just be a bunch of workmen.
Just I want to peek.
Okay. So, this door is locked.
Oh boy.
Do you have lockpicks?
Do we want to open the door?
I do.
You want to?
Sure.
Why not? We'll open the door.
Alright.
What am I
Carrots.
rolling?
Roll me dexterity with proficiency, please.
D21.
Alright. You get the lock disengaged, but it's barred from the other side.
Oh.
You see no light on the other side of the door. I mean, you wouldn't have in any of these rooms anyway, I suppose.
Well, there's also those other rooms on the far east
Yeah,
side
we need
too.
to see what's through the door too.
Would you guys like to go back to the initial room?
I think so, because we have to go past to there anyways.
Are you going to
Do
try to
you-
sneak so that the guy up above doesn't know you're there?
Do you see anything strange to do with that door?
Doesn't know we found it.
What?
We're still
Do
exploring.
you want to check if you see anything strange with your detect magic?
Okay, yeah, detect magic on the sundial.
Alright. On the sundial?
That too.
Yeah.
You detect strong abjuration coming from
Oh.
the sundial.
Yeah, there is.
And strong divination.
Yeah, there's a certain magical something going on around here.
Fine.
The door does not seem magical.
Just barred. Okay.
Just by.
This is, in fact, the only door that hasn't seemed magical.
Well, either you can bash it down with a firm kick, or
It
we
is
could-
made of stone.
I am a stone.
I have the strength
I am a
to
door
bear
funnel
it.
mine through it.
He can unmason.
Friendship is
I'm
ended
amazing
with
the door.
I have a strength
Fireforge.
of -1.
Friendship started with Stonefoot.
Can you bash it down there, Crypt?
No.
No.
Can I attempt
Throw
to see
the
if it's even
child-sized
possible
door
for
in.
me to break through the door?
Yeah, give me an investigation roll.
Oh, I'm good.
Add your
I am
extra
so good at
proficiency
those. A 4.
if you had the right tools.
Hmm.
Even you can.
I'm
figure
assuming
that
I do
even with
not.
that lower roll, you don't have the right tools.
Gotcha.
All right, with that in mind, to the east.
To the east.
To the west.
Me.
Your east or my east? I'm confused here.
Only you had a compass or something.
Sundials don't really tell you directions very well.
Right.
Call up the whole, ask him how's it going, how it's going up there.
Have you found it yet? We're running out of time.
No.
Still looking.
This one is very annoying. I don't know how you put up with it.
How many
That's why
grains of
he's
sand
up
have you
there
found
with
so
you.
far?
I made him stop counting. He's up to like 800 or something.
Good.
Can you toss
I told him
the,
there's treasure.
can you toss the lamp down here? Maybe it'll help.
Why would it help?
Well,
It's a
we're
lamp
trying.
and it's very dark.
I can see your light down there.
It's still dark.
I'm gonna go.
No, I need it for meditation. Yes.
I'm gonna go check out that door.
Okay.
Go see if I can open that.
This door opens.
Just a quick question. What
Yes.
are we on time wise?
In real time?
No, in game time.
That's a good question. So you have ritual cast detect magic. That took 10 minutes.
Actually,
flat out,
spell
right?
slot.
Okay, so that was instantaneous.
Mhm.
All right, nobody ritual casted any spells, I don't believe. This is probably taken about 20 minutes.
Okay.
And how long did it take you guys to get there? What was it? In the first place, hour and a half.
Yeah, I
remember.
think it took us about.
I'm gonna say hour and a half. So you guys are, let's say, 2 hours gone at
We
this
left in
point.
the morning and it was not like excruciatingly
Yes.
hot out yet. So.
Was
Oh,
there
and I
any-
completely forgot. The crystal and the woman are gone in both of these rooms.
Oh.
I was about to ask.
Okay,
Yeah, that's a kind of important detail, Taylor. Thanks for telling everybody.
Well, to be fair, I
What
was
about the
just
table,
about to
though?
ask.
The table is still there.
Did we also grab that elven longsword?
Did somebody grab the rusted elven longsword?
I think I did, didn't I?
Okay.
Out of
Then
the
yes, you
middle
did.
room?
Yeah, you're good.
So in this room, there is nothing, and there's some dust and bits of debris that might have once been wood here. There's still a table, though. The table lives happily on in this empty room.
I'm going to preemptively cast Sacred Flame on this one.
Okay, I guess that wasn't actually there. That was just like a little plinth.
Oh, okay.
You Sacred Flame the plinth.
Okay.
Just to be
Just
sure.
okay. Right as we open the door.
There is a hole in the ceiling, though.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. I'll look up at it and see if I can see like a desert light coming down.
You see,
As opposed to a not desert light.
Yes.
you see bits and points of light. They're kind of like on the ground. It's just kind of like looking up through tree branches in the forest. It's a little lovely.
Yeah, but I guess it's too high for us to actually climb up there.
There is no rope hanging down.
No.
It is like 20 feet up.
Toss the
Shall we? I was about to say, shall we toss the imp?
What is the ground made out of?
The ground is made of stone bricks. Pretty fine craftsmanship. Not as fine as Dwarfish. Not as fine as Elvish. But
And there's not another door.
there is no door.
We've reached the end, in theory.
Mhm.
Can we toss or can we tie a rope around Crypt and toss him like a grappling hook?
It's really unfortunate he doesn't have wings.
Are you sure?
Cursed wizard.
I'm probably the strongest character here if he wants him to be the
You're the only
tosser.
one I think that
For the
strength above 10.
The lightest.
Yeah.
I have 14. I don't know if anyone's higher.
Anybody
no.
happen to have +7 strength?
No.
Well,
That's a few.
That's a few, yes.
That's
that's
a
my other
barbarian.
character.
All of us together, I think, don't have +7 strength.
Probably not.
Strength
Alright.
dump party rose up.
Also, you know that I could use entangle.
Not Ragdal. He must crush stone and bend metal.
I don't know. That would be a question.
What's that?
I was wondering if I could use entangle to cause plants to grow up out of the ground and lift Crypt up through the hole. But that
Or it's a line. Yeah.
but that would use the only spell slot I had left.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
Now, it's not going to be able to lift Crypt all the way up. It can lift him a few feet. We'll say like 2d, 3 feet.
Grow? Well, that's not going to help.
I mean, it's a thing intended to entangle people and trip them up.
This
It's
How about the vines coming down from above? That way we can toss him up.
into the vines.
You could do that. They're still only going to reach a few feet down.
How high is the ceiling?
20
Grasping
feet.
leaves and vines
Ceiling's
start from the
20.
ground in a 20-foot square.
Who has the next highest strength among us?
I'm at 10.
I've got an
Probably
8.
you.
I'm sure the squishy is not,
I have a 7.
Ooh, yikes.
Just toss him. If you miss, we'll catch him.
I was going to say, can I just hold my shield up and have the next highest strength to stand on top?
Do a Captain America.
Set him down on your shield. You grab one end of the shield. Someone else will grab another, and just
You realize there's a height problem there, right?
That-
There's a height problem with the dwarf trying to move anybody up on the shield.
So you get down on your hands and
Sure.
knees, we'll have him stand on top of you.
Yes, but with his arms fully extended, it barely comes to the top of my head.
we'll build a human pyramid and take him to climb up.
Are any of us human?
Can I
more or less.
No, you're not. Yes. You're as human as he is.
Can
Let's-
I fashion a grappling hook out of stone? Using some of the stone I have on me.
It might take a while to
Do you think that's
chisel
reasonable?
up.
It would take a while, but you could absolutely do it.
It just depends on how long we're willing to stay here, I guess.
Yes. You would have to carve it.
Well, I will
Um,
announce that to the rest of the group to see what they think about that.
It would take you several hours.
Yes.
We don't have several hours.
Says the untrustworthy necromancer.
Right.
Well, I'm just,
It's
I'll
a mad naked
call up the hole
necromancer
to
that's
see
in a
if
box for 28
anybody answers.
What's that?
I want to call up the hole and see if anybody answers.
All right. You call up the hole. Nobody answers. The guy from the next room says, "Are you done?
Not quite.
Then what were you yelling at me for?
Well, we were yelling up at a hole in the ceiling.
Right? I'm yelling down at a hole in the ceiling."
There's a
Different-
separate hole in the ceiling.
Different hole, different ceiling. Don't worry
What?
about it.
Yes.
So we don't see anything up there, it's just a hole, right? You said light was filtering down, we don't actually see trees, or...
You see the roots of trees kind of tangled.
Okay, we don't see like a canopy or
Oh,
anything?
so it's from the... Wait a
It's from
second.
the
Is
forest that's going to come in the desert that is
Yeah.
there now.
I'm going to say, is that dirt above us?
The ceiling is stone.
Stealing a stone.
You cannot really see what is up above.
I mean the hole in there. Is it?
Yeah,
filled
you
with
can't
dirt?
really tell. It's very, very dark. There's some very gritty substance, dirt or dark sand. Could be either. The desert is. It has some weird looking sand, shimmering in different lights.
I think that it's a
Sandy
tree
dirt
up
at the
there.
very least.
Is
Definitely roots. You definitely see roots.
is this hole worth investigating further? Or do you want to go back up the hole in the first room?
I think
I have one more idea.
Yes.
I do have a crossbow and crossbow bolts. Can I tie a rope to a bolt and fire it and see if it catches anything?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Can you give me an attack roll?
Probably not great.
Give yourself guidance.
So the crossbow will be +1, so that's a 10 to hit.
Your bolt comes back down.
Okay, unfortunate. At least I recovered the bolt.
Yes.
All right, so Rortrin, he speaks a little bit lower because I'm holding like that other spell and thing. I mean, not spell. I mean, compass. Yes, I would suggest that I go up last, and the rest of you go up one at a time, and make sure that you could like surround that gentleman.
I'll go up first to keep an eye on the necromancer.
Do you think there's anything to holding the sundial in the light that's coming down from the hole in that far room?
You know, that's
What do you
right.
think?
I hold it out. No, in that light.
You hold it out in the light, and a long shadow starts to slowly spread from the tip of the sundial's needle. It's a long thing with arms and long ears, and it speaks in Infernal. What is your bidding?
Oh, hello there. I didn't know that I was summoning you.
Ragdal walks up with a hammer. What are you saying? What is it saying?
So can you speak Infernal?
I can speak Abyssal.
You cannot speak
speak
Infernal.
Infernal.
You hear this, Mr. Imp.
Yeah.
Is what is your bidding, master? He says to.
And as he's
Rortrin.
speaking, I'm gonna relay this.
Okay.
Could you just ask this Infernal, or whatever this is, what its business is?
Why does it not speak to me? Minion, speak! Why
Yes.
is the one who has summoned me not speaking?
Idiot.
Well, you are an imp. I am a wizard.
Explain that he does not speak.
Be
That's
nice
all.
to
He
the
can't
shadow.
speak right.
Then what business does he have with me?
I don't know, he has sundial. I didn't do it.
I do not know this sundial you speak of.
I just got to point to the
You are
thing in
boring
his hand.
me. I do not know what you are pointing at.
I'm hiding behind my shield, with my hammer out, not
Crypt gives
understanding
up
anything
and
that's going on.
Come back here! Come back here! Don't you dare turn your back on me!
he turns around and comes back.
Tell me, what are you doing here? Why have I been called?
He held the thing in the sun.
So he has accidentally summoned me. This
Yep.
one who holds me. Alright. Give me a charisma saving throw, please.
All right. Mercadai. Where's Mercadai? Oh, no, never mind. Wait, there we go.
There we go.
Okay, charisma saving throw. Let's see. Yes, 16.
Alright, the shadow leaps across the ground, runs up your leg, and wraps its shadowy hands around your throat, compressing you. It starts to force one of its hands in through like the corner of your eye. And
Can I cast Sacred Flame on the sundial?
yes.
You
Okay,
don't
I will
destroy
do
the
so.
sundial.
Well, I'm holding it.
Well, it's currently attacking one
Is
of
the
our...
sundial-
Well, what if we
Yeah,
just pull it
it's
out?
true.
It is not still in the light, but the shadow is still here.
Oh.
I can either attack the sundial or Rortrin.
Alright, take me half damage from Sacred Flame, please.
All right.
Okay, so D8.
What the hell did you say to me?
Max damage, 4 damage.
Okay.
4 radiant damage.
And the sundial goes flying out of your hands and falls on the ground and rolls. The shadow disappears.
What in the bloody hell was
I'm
that?
going to go retrieve the sun.
Congratulations, you just saved a poor Rortrin from being molested by a shadow.
You're welcome, buddy.
Thank you.
Your eyebrows are
We'll
singed
fix
equally
those
by-
burns later.
What do you do?
Well, this thing is clearly far more dangerous than we were led to believe.
Until at least we get a proper translator.
Well,
Did
yes,
you
but
understand
if
anything of it?
He wants this. This thing just summoned some sort of demon devil, whatever the hell it was, and I'm assuming he knows that.
I told you he was untrustworthy.
And that lamp was not exactly giving off good vibes
No.
either. Now, if he has the lamp and this thing,
Which is why we need to go up ahead of the sundial and make sure that he's under our control.
So-
and hopefully we have the.
Rortrin says, right. Well, I don't think that was a devil that I was dealing with.
Can you give me an Arcana saving throw?
All right.
Not saving. An Arcana saving throw.
Time to interrogate.
Intelligence
And
saving throw.
an Arcana
Check.
please. Yes.
That's going to be an 11.
Yeah, that was totally not a devil you were dealing with.
Well,
That-
somebody needs to stay down here with the sundial, and the rest of us need to go up and make sure that we're in control of the lantern.
In Crypt, your memory turns to the sinister presence you felt in the elf's warehouse when the shadows started closing in. When you first encountered the lamp.
well, then, since I've currently got this nasty little thing, I'm going to stay downstairs while you all go.
And don't show it in the light.
I'm not. It's in a backpack buried underneath everything else.
All right.
Okay.
Alright. So everybody but Nicassius is going up.
My
All right.
apologies, sir. I just
No,
need
it's,
to get you in trouble.
Don't worry, it's all good. It's
All right.
all good.
So back in this room, you guys hustle up the rope.
You should get back in the room, though, underneath them.
Will you?
For right now, I want to be out of his direct line of sight in
Okay.
case he's
You
not
wanna
as weak magically as he's
Just,
pretending
I just
to
don't
be.
want you. I mean, if these rooms are separated in time, I don't want you in
No,
a
I
different
understand
one.
that. Just don't shut the door. Hasn't seemed to matter so far.
Okay, so you're just going to be here.
I'm going to stay by the door.
All right, you hustle up the rope. He says, "You found it? Where's the other one?"
I'm going to just shift around behind him menacingly.
Okay. You know what? We're gonna-
I'm going to say, hey, listen, I need to figure out what sort of power that this thing has.
He's
So-
counting Sam.
sort of power this.
Good job, boy.
Yes. What were you saying?
I'm going to say, listen, I need to. I have detect magic on right now. It won't last for very much longer.
He is
There.
like not magical at all, by the way.
I know it's not.
He's got a
magical.
few drops of magic. In
I
his
know.
toes.
I'm not talking about him.
I'm just telling you.
I'm just trying to convince him. Yeah, I'm going to tell him, sir, listen, and I need to feel what sort of magic that lamp is and compare it to what's down in there.
It's a vile necromantic vessel used for summoning devils
There's
and controlling and channeling vast quantities of energy. I could have told you that.
Are you planning on summoning devils?
I do want to get us out of this pickle, yes.
so essentially you're going to ask for a wish.
Yes, I suppose. It's far more complicated than that. I hate it when lay people use fancy terms like wish. It's not a genie, it's a devil. There's a difference.
Insight check on this.
Alright.
I will give you guidance and I'll
Thank you.
aid with that as well.
So 8. So right, that's going to be 9 anyways. I look at it,
Okay.
and the 4. That's 1. That's 10. That's going to be 12.
Okay. He seems genuinely irritated with you. And he did, in fact, just fully admit that he plans to summon a devil.
Okay, right. I'm going to say, folks, sometimes you have to be a devil's advocate.
It's not funny. Really not.
It's kind of like him.
I'm going to have to
My apprentice always said that.
and I'm going to have to agree with him. We need to have the compass up here so he can end this. And luckily, we have somebody who can translate for us what the conversation is going to be.
Yes. You
So-
don't think one of us should
So
be
I'm
in control of
assuming
the
that net 20. That the other one has the sundial down there, and you were just planning to see whether I plan to slaughter you all before asking him to come up.
You have
As though
to,
I couldn't push a rock down on his head or something and then waddle down there and take it.
You have to admit, it is
I'm
a
going to
good
inch
question
slightly
to ask.
closer
Okay.
menacingly
You're like,
as he says that.
he's sitting down, so you're like above him.
I'm not trying to be stealthy at all. It's very much,
Yeah.
very much.
His ears kind of twitch.
Well, certainly
He
dealing
doesn't give you the satisfaction of turning.
dealing with a necromancer and also eldritch horrors at the same time. You must pardon us if we have some trepidation.
Of course, I just wish that you are experienced so we could have gotten this out of the way without all this humbuggery.
You're not wrong. Oh, I'm going to turn to the rest of the group. Should I call him up?
I don't feel comfortable.
If you don't call him up, you're just gonna be back here in however long anyway, as we do this all over again.
Well, to be honest, that's what I'm trying to avoid right now. I'm just trying to get our friend up here.
All right, so you're gonna yell down.
Yeah, I'm just
All right.
looking at the group and asking.
I will prepare. If he does anything fishy, I will try to grapple him.
Okay, excellent.
All right.
He is definitely much more spindly than you. You have a pretty good idea of your chances.
Yes.
All right.
So
So
in preparation, I'll put
Yeah.
my weapons on my back.
I go
Free
to
Nelson.
the hole.
Yes.
I then call down the Nicassius. All right, bring it up. Come on up, buddy.
All
You
right.
hear the voice of one of your companions telling you to bring it up.
Can we all just kind of encircle him?
Yes.
Just in case.
Okay.
How many times
We
would
just
you
wanna
teach this
say
lesson?
something.
I'm going to holler up back to you, Rortrin. Is there anything else from down here you want me to bring up?
Well, we got the embalming fluids. We got every weapon that we could find.
I'm good.
Hey, I think we're good.
Are you
You
gonna leave
don't
the
want any of
table?
these fancy tables.
Well, at the same time,
There is a really nice one a couple rooms over. It's gotta be worth something.
Well, I think we could skip the tables.
Skip the table. All right.
All right.
Then I'm going to climb up those.
Are you gonna leave the corpse of that poor workwoman just kind of lying there?
Okay, I'm going to say, hey, can you bring the corpse over really quick and such so we could just give her a proper burial?
Alternatively, there's several very nice looking coffins right there. You'd have to drag her like 5 feet.
Don't put it in the necromancy one, though.
You honestly want me to try and carry
No,
this
just,
lard ass up the
just
the ladder here?
put her in a coffin. Just put her in a coffin. Say
Oh,
some
Lord.
nice
That
words.
ought to be exciting.
Yeah.
Are you going to put her in a coffin? Are you gonna leave her?
Just ignore.
They'll never know.
I'm not putting anything in a coffin
Did
that I'm
anybody
not capable
investigate
of
the
fighting
universe will
myself.
remember this?
Yeah.
It seems to have brought back to life, or in some form or another, everything else along the way. I am not putting it in a coffin.
All right.
I'll move it over by a coffin.
Okay. You drag her down the stairs and leave her by a coffin.
Leave her by
I'm
a
sure her
coffin.
family would be proud.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right.
Then I
She
head
did
back
have
up
an
the
evil
road.
sundial on her.
She did. She was also dead.
Yes.
All right. So you climb the.
I'm climbing
rope.
back up.
How do we
Ta-da!
know the demon isn't her?
Oh, I wish I thought of that. Yeah. All right. You pop your head back up like a magical gopher.
I am not handing this thing back to him yet.
No, okay.
All right. What are you planning
Speaking
on
of which,
doing?
does he still have the lamp?
He does still have the lamp. He's clutching it very tightly to himself.
Okay.
There's a tiny, tiny thread of arcane power trickling at all times from its wick to him.
And it's lit, or does it have?
It is not lit.
It is not lit. So it has a cap on it still.
It does not have a cap on it, but neither is it lit.
Can we put a cap on it earlier?
I'm sure he took it off.
Yeah, he
Okay.
took it off.
All right. Hey, so I'm going to have to just do a Hail Mary, try to figure this out with our current check because personally I'm not that intelligent.
What are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to figure out the ritual and such. So I could do it instead of him.
No,
Robert, no.
no,
No.
I invented it.
If
It's
there's, any,
proprietary.
if there's any shenanigans, you go back in the box. Naked.
I
Any
don't think I...
shenanigans, he'll go back in the box without his head.
Oh, no. All right, give it here. Please. Sorry.
Do you all honest want me to give this back to this crazy man?
No.
At the same time, what options do we have?
No, and no.
Maybe.
No.
I am the only one who can figure this out to do it otherwise, and
No,
considering
you can't. You thought we're casting wish.
You handed him the lamp.
I handed him the lamp. Yes, that's because I wanted him to tell me what's going on with this,
I did.
and he did.
What is the problem?
I don't trust you.
Well, that's just too bad.
You think you were buried for 10 seconds when you
I-
buried for some time.
Yes. All right, then.
Can we have some assurances so that you won't leave us in a time loop?
A demon came out of the
I can
sundial
give
and
you-
tried to
No, here. In the room that was theoretically in the future, the room with the other hole, when we held this in the light, a demon appeared
Yes, that sounds right.
out of it,
and it
wanting
tried
to
kill
know what our bidding was.
Yes. That sounds right.
Okay.
You were pretty stupid to put it in the light. I'm sorry. It wasn't stupidity. It was
Okay.
ignorance. There was no reason you could
So
have
what
known.
does the lamp do that you couldn't do by simply putting this in the light?
It creates a controlled arcane flame that allows me to better control the demon.
And what are you going to do with this demon if I allow you to summon?
I am going to open a time rift to send all of you home.
Are you holding the sundial?
and
Including
free
me?
Oh, hell
myself
no.
from the
Okay.
enchantment
No,
my
the
apprentice
sundial
put on me.
is still packed in the backpack.
Okay.
It's not anywhere near the light.
See? You see the size of the pot? The sundial goes on top. It's like a little lid. Isn't that lovely?
I checked to see if he's telling the truth with that.
It looks the right size, yes. And it is made of the same material. I reverse engineered that piece of garbage from 13 scrolls into this here pot. I will do many great things with it. I truly have no malicious intentions.
Inside check.
All right.
Inside check for me as well.
Group insight check, please.
All right.
That's going to be a, I believe that's 17.
Well,
7.
17.
Yeah, no. I believe it
He's
wholeheartedly.
He's admitting that he plans to use necromancy and summon demons. He claims that he's not going to do anything terribly evil with it. He has an earnest look on his face.
so he's just summoning the nice kind of demon.
No, I'm binding a malicious entity to my will.
Crypt, does this make any sense at all to you?
Nope.
Can you give me a history check, please, Crypt?
Yeah. 9.
Okay. Wizards summon imps all the time to make them do their bidding. Evil wizards summon celestials. Good and neutral wizards who have academic intentions summon creatures of all kinds. There are many things that devils can do for you. If he is so arrogant to believe that he can control a devil, there isn't necessarily...
Well, that's what concerns me, is he thinks he can control this thing. I don't trust that he can.
Yeah, if it gets out of his control.
Technically, I'm not controlling it. Technically, the powerful artifact is doing that work.
All right.
It's like,
And
you
who-
might stab
who
a person.
originally created this artifact that you reverse engineered?
The orcs, apparently.
Good.
And why would this demon be motivated to give you what you want?
Because I will control it with power.
Well,
That's
if
bound into the artifact.
If you can't control this.
Then we all die.
Have you
and
done this?
hopefully come back in a few hours.
Have you done this before?
No!
Hmm.
I was going to have done this in a few hours, but my apprentice locked
So
me in
you
a
don't
box.
know if this actually works.
Technically, yes. I have summoned many demons with the pot itself, but that will not help us here. We need one stronger.
So you can summon a demon with the pot.
Was
You
your,
can summon a demon with the sundial. And you think by
I'm sorry,
combining
did I
these
say
two-
demon? I meant devil. There's a devil inside the dial. I have summoned other devils in preparation. They work pretty well. See, all their names are on the inside of
did
the
your
pot.
apprentice bury you specifically to prevent you from doing this exact thing?
No. He did it because he fell in love with the stupid elf princess.
Why
So
did
how
you
was
take
that
the
a
lamp?
problem?
Because we were going to return her home so she could be executed for being a scion of the ancient royal bloodline. I told you all this before.
How did the sundial get underground?
Orcs, apparently.
They buried it.
They had some ruins or something. I say ruins, civilization. Up here. Back when this wasn't all desert.
All right. Hey,
Final.
Crypt, could you make sure to listen to him? Make sure that he isn't going to make an order that says kill all of us.
Yep. And what are you going to do if he gives that order?
Then
Realistically.
we'll have a moment to fight.
Well, I have one more Thunder Wave I can do.
That is true. He'll just blow away.
Somebody needs to hold something pointed very close to his
I
head.
have a hammer.
A bead of
Hold
sweat
it up.
rolls down his cheek. It doesn't
I
seem to be
have-
from the
If you make any sudden movements while he is doing this, I will hit him in the head.
All right.
Crap, your life is in my
And I will
hands.
cut it off.
Crap, my life is in your hands.
All right, then.
All right.
I
Lots
say-
of pointy objects are pointed at his head.
All right. So this is our only option. Only
Says him.
forward.
I don't trust him as far as I can throw the old geezer.
But
I need one of you to block the sunlight from us as we perform this.
no, I'm
Can I-
probably just. I'm not going to. I don't have any more spell slots, so I'm going to be the one who blocks the sun.
All right.
Can't we use Rillian for this?
He gets up. What do you need me to do, please?
Because that means the person's going to be basically leaning right over this.
Yes,
pot.
that's a good point.
Yeah, okay, so we just have him do it. Okay,
Rillian, it's your turn. Finally, to be the.
I've got
Excellent.
You're going to be a
He's been
hero.
listening in this whole time. He rips off his shirt that's over his mail shirt, and he just holds it like a tent above you guys. He casts a shadow. So he. Yes.
Can I make one last desperate prayer to the Emerald to see if the Emerald will give me any kind of guidance at all?
All right. The Emerald gives you no special guidance.
Okay. Then I will go along with this.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So he takes-
Against my better judgment, I'm going to pull
Myself
this
as
thing
well.
out with one of my other pieces of clothes wrapped around it.
All right. So he motions you to bring it underneath the tent. He takes the pot in one hand and he casts a cantrip that causes the pot to light as the lamp it was, and then he holds out his other hand for the sundial. His hand is trembling with what appears to be fear.
I could just summon this thing myself.
No, you couldn't.
You won't be able to talk to it.
I have Crypt.
Well, you
Would be
saw
a
how
snap.
that went.
This is true. Alright, against my better judgment, I'm going to give the old geezer
All right.
the sundial.
He takes the sundial and with careful precision puts it on top of the pot. And 4 points of flame rise up through little holes in the sundial and cast a perfect shadowless light on the tip of the sundial. He points it toward the ground and shadow pours off it onto the ground. And he says, "We can take away the..." And Rillian rips the thing away and puts it back on himself. "Snow's getting hot," but you don't care about what Rillian's saying, because a very long shadow is now spreading out, several times longer than it was down below, with very long limbs ending in very long fingers and very long
My very long rapier is pointed at his throat at the moment.
ears. It winds around on the ground like a snake and comes back to rest before you all, and it says in an echoing voice, "What is your bidding, my master?" And you,
Don't say anything.
then you can hear this.
Just keep us informed.
I'm just staring at Crypt.
What's going on.
Is it still speaking in Infernal?
Yes.
Just
The necromancer, he holds the pot aloft with two hands, and he says, "Rilmamoth!" And the shadow grows darker, and the sunlight seems to grow a little, darker. He says, "You must break something." And Rilmamoth says, "What shall I break, master?" "The curse that binds us. The one who has been sucking me dry. Let that tunnel open up full. Give me one good shot at him." And Rilmamoth spins on the ground around you guys in the form of a spiral, and an inky black pool opens up in the ground, though the ground does not fall out from beneath your feet. You see stars flash underneath your feet, and then you see, as from above, a view of a familiar warehouse-looking thing, where there's a little table with a little black vulture on it, and there is an elf standing next to it, and he is chopping at it with a stone axe. He looks up and takes a couple steps back in surprise, and he points up and speaks something, but there is no sound coming from this thing that you see. And the wizard points down one hand and says, "Phantasmal image!" And a bit of Rilmamoth's shadow streaks down into the thing and strikes the elf across the face. He falls down and does not move. And then suddenly the image is gone, and there is only sand underneath your feet. It says, "And now send these ones back to wherever they came from. Free them of the curse that my apprentice put on them." And Rilmamoth says, "Your will be done, master." And the ground starts to fall out from underneath you, and this time you are falling. It says, "If you ever end up in Shadal, be sure to seek me out. I'd like to chat again."
What's your name?
But he doesn't have a chance to say it.
He gave us a name earlier.
He gave us a name earlier. Yeah, but I forgot it.
No, I wrote it down.
Thank you.
And Ragdal, you suddenly sit up with your weapon in your hand that you were, or the stone in your hand you were crafting. And it is still event night. We're going to pause now as everybody levels up to level 2.
Yeah.
Ragdoll.
You wake up, all of you, in a torrent of confusion, arguing over one another. And for those of you who didn't have the benefit of being here as we ate tasty sandwiches and leveled up characters, we now have a bear druid and a divination wizard. Indeed. And lots of other fun things, but those are the most important changey things. So as you all are arguing amongst yourselves, a blue streak flies across the sky and lands to the west, across the border, in the gray trees of Shana.
Cool.
Luminous blue smoke rises into the sky, dimming as it passes, fading eventually into the night far above you. It illumines the gray tops of Shana trees where it's brightest, glaring a ring of silver blue in the midst of what is otherwise panther black shadow. It seems about 10 miles away, through the stretch of desert that the Shana tree line claws into, and into the stone gray forest itself.
So, just to be sure, we've had our long rest.
Mhm.
We feel all rested, but
Yep.
we feel very confused and very close to stabbing each other.
Maybe, I don't know, I didn't say that, but if you want to do that, you do you.
Yeah.
Please don't say that.
Yeah, so I'm going to suggest... Right, folks, we need a purpose. Hold on. Stop. Okay.
Rillian has his sword in one hand, he's frozen.
Okay.
Ragdal's also frozen. He's just ready to pump.
All right, folks, just put the blades away, put away the weapons and such. Gently. All right. What happened there was very weird. That was very odd. It might come back to haunt us. But we're also fully rested. It's currently evening.
It's the middle of the night.
It's the middle of the night.
Yes.
We can make some travel time right now. Because, honestly, I feel more rested than I was during the morning. How do you folks feel about we continue on and we investigate that falling star? It gives us an idea of where we're going. It gives us a purpose. And we don't have to worry about stabbing each other over her just going through a maddening period. Ed, what do you say?
I feel like you're the only one maddened, and it's mostly because you're still recovering from being molested by a shadow.
We're just watching him have a mental
I
breakdown.
saw
Yeah, pretty much, yes.
I have become a diviner wizard. I have seen things you cannot even begin to understand.
Rortrin had seen everything, it was time for him to leave.
1,000-yard stare.
Oh yeah. Was that like your breaking point? Was that the moment you became a diviner wizard? Was when a demon grabbed your eyeball?
Now, I sacrificed one to see I get to see in the future.
Ah, congratulations. You're Omen now.
Sorry.
So what do you guys do?
It is a sign. It is an omen. We must follow it.
Unfortunately, it didn't come from under the earth.
No, but it went to the earth.
That is true. That is very true.
I wonder how deep underground it went.
If it's extra underground, you get to spend some extra time worshipping the stone.
That would be heresy.
Well, we were sort
Or
of
it
heading
is.
that direction anyway, so it should not be too much of a...
I saw an emerald flash. What did you guys see? It's totally green.
It was at that moment they realized that dwarves are colorblind.
More of an aquamarine.
The emerald is actually blue.
It's a sapphire.
I'm all for going to find out what this thing was.
What does Breaker think?
Breaker has about 1,000 different animals in him just dying to come out at
Uh,
the slightest provocation.
okay. So is he just staring straight ahead? Not
He's feeling
communicating?
some kind of weird animalistic urge that he can't explain.
Okay. Well, Breaker is scratching behind his ear with his foot. What do you think, Mr. Crypt?
Sounds good.
Okay. What pace are you guys going to travel at? Are you taking the animals with you?
Yeah, we're going to take the animals with us, of course.
Absolutely.
And considering it's evening and such, and
Middle of the night, stars ahead.
yeah,
We're
Yeah.
taking our little friend with us.
I would say that we go with
Brilliant looks at Crypt and chuckles. Of course we're going to take him with us. We wouldn't leave you behind, Crypt.
Sorry.
Okay.
So what speed are you guys going to travel at?
I think we travel at normal.
Fast. We must chase the Omen as fast as possible.
I got one for fast, one for normal. Oh, do
Have
I hear
anybody-
normal? Do I hear normal?
Anybody
Going
voting
once,
for
going
slow
once.
and stealthy?
We must make haste, brothers.
No, I don't see any purpose to slow and stealthy.
Considering it's night out.
Breaker just suddenly turns into a horse.
That's one vote for speed.
Remind me, my friend.
Do you say this in common? Or do you say this in horse? Okay.
Horse coming.
It's common.
I can still speak, right?
Can you?
Common force?
No, you can.
Breaker
Okay,
Maze
fine. I
and
say,
Horse
ride me,
Coming.
my friend, and everybody's really confused, and then I turn into a horse.
Okay.
I have a
Wow.
speed of 60.
All right. Is anybody going to ride Breaker?
I'm
Right,
not
don't
afraid
ride
to
Joe
break
Rogan.
your
Are you like
I
a?
gotta-
Are you like a? What are those horses? The Selkies? Are those the water horses that drown people?
Yeah, yeah,
Are you one of
Selkies.
those?
I'm a riding horse.
Okay, but you look like a Selkie.
How tall are you?
I'm not sure what that is.
Okay, it's like a seahorse horse that drowns people.
Somebody give me a
That
water
sounds
sword
like
on the horse.
something that would not be appropriate for the desert.
Too short.
No. Selkies are basically water horses. Imagine them like seal. No, Selkies
Like
are.
a hippo?
I'm just thinking of Selkies. No. Oh,
Okay.
you're thinking of water horses.
All right, so
Selkies are
if
entirely.
he's not turned into one, I guess it's not something we need to discuss at the moment. So how many vehicles do we have? We have a Breaker. We have Breaker's goat.
Which I could be riding, ironically.
We have your creature,
Mule.
Mule. Yes. So who is going to be riding what?
I'm riding
I'll
a
run
new
over-
horse.
I'll run over to Breaker and try to jump on.
Okay.
But I'm way too short.
I kneel down.
Only
for
you
him.
grab the table.
If only. I knew it was important.
Breaker kneels down. This was the keystone of the entire campaign. You guys failed right here. Breaker kneels down. You can clamber on.
You could
Yes,
probably get on
Hold
as
my
well.
hammer up in the air.
Yeah, I'm riding the.
Heavy metal
Okay,
starts
so the
playing.
two of you are on.
Yes.
One of you can ride the goat, one of you can ride the mule.
Is your goat well trained enough that it'll just let people ride it?
I ride him.
You're also a horse.
Actually, how big
Well, I'm not
is
riding him now.
how big is the goat?
A horse on a goat with a dwarf on
It's
top.
a giant mountain goat. You can ride it.
I want to ride the goat.
You're gonna ride the goat.
Yep, I'm riding the goat.
I might as well join with the goat because I'm not going to ride with Virelian.
Does it have horns?
Yeah.
Brilliant can
Okay.
That's
walk.
what you
Handlebars.
I'm just sitting.
Can we just tie a rope around Brilliant and like drag him
Just
behind the
sit
horse?
between
Oh, he's got his own. He has his own.
He does have his
Oh,
own
that's
horse.
true.
He's
How
gonna
is the
climb in
health of the horse?
his- The horse seems much better than it was before.
Okay.
It seems to have recovered from its
Excellent.
whatever.
Cactus.
Yes, its cactus and infatuation thing. Hallucinations.
The incident, yes.
Yes, the incident. You are all well mounted. Do you ride quickly toward the blue smoke rising?
As quickly as a mule will go.
That mule will go 60 feet. Not a second. 60 feet around.
That's quite a speedy deal.
Yes.
Especially
0 to
trained.
60
racing
on a mule. All right. You trot along the desert. The trees rising
I
gently.
just hold my hammer out ahead of me the whole time. Just
Uh,
So I make time to turn into an animal for a long rest.
Rortrin's riding bitch too. Oh, Crypt is holding onto the
Oh, how long
handlebars
does it
of the goat.
I can only do it for an
the
hour. So.
handlebars of the goat.
Yeah, just has
Yes.
his hands behind him. Just
steer the goat with the
Unfortunately, after 1 hour, I'm going to just collapse into the sand with the
And
dwarf.
right
well,
now
it
it's
was
just gonna tumble
almost
to the
exactly
ground.
1 hour that the trip took.
Oh, good.
So you just kind of collapse into the sand. And
1 hour to go 10 miles.
Yeah, it was about 10 miles.
I mean,
Okay.
galloping. Yeah, you could make it in that amount of time.
Yes. Sorry, people listening. That was the soda. Would you like me to slurp again? I won't.
Please do.
As you approach the tree line, you see a bizarre sight. The desert falls away into a trench or ravine, from the basin of which the trees of Shinar are growing. Some huge and warty succulents, growing in scattered array beside the ravine's edge, trail thick roots several yards down the edge, which seems to drop nearly 60 feet to the bottom. Tall trees rise from the floor of the ravine, the closest branches of which seem to be about 20 feet from the desert's edge. As the branches of the trees ascend, they lose a subtle blue-green hint and turn thoroughly stone-gray, brittle, and hard. What do you do?
We see the light, of course.
The light is beyond you.
It's past the ravine.
It is inside the ravine. By
Inside the
ravine, I
ravine.
mean wide falling off thing.
Okay.
Is there a way down into the ravine that we see that is illuminated?
Is illuminated?
Is illuminated by the light? or-
No, because the light is a ways off, like several hundred yards.
How deep is it?
It appears about 60 feet. There are the succulent plants growing near the edge that are trailing their roots down. And there are branches maybe 20-ish feet away that you maybe could leap to. Maybe.
Leap 20 feet.
No obvious path to take the animals down.
No obvious path. No, this is a drop-off.
Do you think we should have our noble friend look after the animals while we use rope and such to proceed downwards?
I hope you don't imply you're going to leave me behind again.
We're not going to leave
You didn't take me
We're-
down into the dungeon last time.
We're not going to leave you behind. We're going to give you the very important job of counting sand again.
No. We're going to
There's
give
too much sand.
We're going to give you
That's
an
why
even
it's so
more
important.
job now. We're going to look after our animals.
Want to
Well,
give me a...
He could also, while we're occupied, collect samples of the local flora.
Exactly. That's a good idea.
Want to give me a group persuasion roll, please?
Oh boy.
That's going to be a 15.
18.
4.
Natural 1.
Wait, no, 5.
You laugh as one of them
21.
suggests.
Good.
Okay, he is well aware of what you're trying to do. He says, I know you're scared for my safety, but I promise you, I can protect myself.
I'm more worried about my safety.
I can walk behind you if that makes you feel better. I can prevent people from sneaking
I'm
up
trying
behind you.
to-
The problem being, can you walk behind somebody as we're climbing down?
I can climb down after.
At the same time,
We can't get the animals down. Somebody's going to need to watch them.
Can tie them to one of these cactuses.
I wonder if I can use mold earth to make some kind of elevator.
I don't know if that's
I
possible,
don't know either.
but it sounds amazing.
it's a 5. Yeah. Oh, wait.
So you could make the 5 feet. Can you then? So you maintain
I kinda
concentration
did
of
that
it,
with the
right?
blocks.
Yeah.
If the Earth is connected to other Earth, I wonder if you could do that.
Let's see our.
Somebody grab a PhD.
Actually, it's
Yeah,
not
but you can only
PhD.
have
It's
two.
a bar.
You can
Gotcha.
only have two going at once.
Hmm?
You can only have two going.
You can do one at a time.
I was yelling.
I mean, we're not in a real hurry.
What was she trying to do?
Use mold Earth to make an elevator down the side of the ravine.
yes, that makes sense.
Mold earth. There, our water
Or
genasi,
just
earth
cut a
bender.
ramp.
Right? Backward.
Ah,
Thank you.
elevator is so much cooler.
All right, range 30 feet, so it could go halfway down,
Well,
and
if
then
I
you
were-
could use a second one to.
Well,
If I were
somebody
on it,
else,
then
maybe.
it's in my range all the time.
That is true. You choose a portion of dirt or stone. You can see if it's. You can instantaneously excavate it, move along the ground, and deposit it up to 5 feet away. This movement doesn't involve enough force to cause damage. If it's on the ground, you can use it to become difficult terrain. If you use this multiple times, you can have no more than 2 of it. So I'm going to say you can do this,
I can
but it's going to
into
take quite a lot of strain.
a platform.
Yeah, it's going to take quite a lot of strain because you got to support at least just your weight. Yeah. You got to support your weight and whoever you're bringing down with you. This dirt, according to the rules, doesn't deal enough force to deal any damage to somebody. So it's not moving ordinarily with much force at all.
I would.
have a better idea.
Alright. You got a better idea?
I may have a better idea, yes.
What is that?
Just making
we-
sure this is on the right list.
Can you just cast it over and over again to just terraform this ravine?
And become
Turn into
excavator.
like a giant ape.
And
Sling
become
myself
earthbender.
down. The trees.
What
That'll
CR
be it.
is a giant ape?
Well, this one says ape CR 1/2. I can go up to 1.
Okay.
All right, you can turn into a giant
Right.
ape. What's the
Fair.
strength score of a giant ape?
That's in the monster
It doesn't
manual.
say here.
Okay.
It lists everything. But
Bear in mind that'll be
It's
it for you
miscellaneous
until
creatures.
the next long rest.
Yes, I
Alright.
know, but I want to get it out of
Is
my
this your
system.
sand monkey form?
Yes. I'm still blue though. It's a giant blue ape.
Da-dee-da-dee-da.
How many times can you do like that shifting? And you've already used once.
Is that per long rest or short rest?
I believe
Too many
it's
giant creatures.
Long rest.
Long.
Long rest. Makes sense.
Unless you think the dirt elevator is a better idea.
I think the dirt elevator is better.
A giant ape here is CR7.
Yeah, no, this was just regular ape.
Okay,
How big is this
Ape.
regular ape?
this
It
one,
doesn't say this. Like,
its strength is +3.
Oh.
And it
Stronger than
it does have skill and athletics +5. I would say you'd have to make athletics rolls to take people with you, but you could do it.
Considering it's 60 feet, I think it would be a better idea just to use the mold earth.
okay.
Earth when you take us one at a time.
Dirt
That's
elevator
going to
is-
be considerably more risk, though. But it doesn't use up any resources.
And it's a little bit more, or I would say safe in the long while.
I don't think it will be.
Okay,
So if that mold earth fails, you're falling 60 feet.
You tie your rope to yourself as backup.
That's a good idea.
that is a good idea.
Right.
That will be the anchor.
All right.
There's trees.
All right, so
No.
so I'm going to let you, if you wish, use a spell slot to like overcharge this.
Cool.
Do you want to do that?
Yes.
All right. Which spell slot would you like to use?
I have 3. No, 3. Yes.
Okay, 3 level 1 spell
Yes.
slots. All right. You use one of those and overcharge your mold earth. All right. So you make a little 5x5 mold earth. Who are you taking down with you?
We'll start with the lightest one,
All right.
just to test it out.
Should it be the
Time.
heaviest?
Shouldn't you start with Rillian? He wants to go down there anyway.
I'll go down.
How much metal do we have on us?
I don't know. How much metal do you guys have on you?
And do we have any spare metal of any kind?
There's a couple daggers that you took, right?
Well, I took the daggers.
Oh,
I
gotcha.
took a sword.
There's,
Okay,
and I have
I'll take
had
Crypt
one of
down
them
and
molded
take Crypt.
into a fist.
Well, we assess the metal content of our
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
party here.
Are we taking the animals as well, or leaving them still?
Well, nobody's going to be looking after them, so I would suggest that we take the
They
animals.
seem to want to sleep.
All right, so somebody volunteers their rope. We could just hobble them, tie them to like one of the cactus.
Do we not have enough rope to just climb down the rope?
It's 60 feet down. Oh, our regular rope is 50 feet.
Oh, that makes sense.
How many
Yeah.
ropes do you have?
I have one.
I have a rope.
I have a
Well
rope.
then.
Okay, so all right, I
It
volunteer
seems
my.
simpler.
All right, I volunteer my first rope.
All right. So
Oh.
then make me a survival roll to tie the ropes.
Okay. I got survival, so I.
I will
was
give
very
you
best
guidance.
Boy Scout now.
Thank you.
Would you like to give bardic inspiration to him?
What are we going to
Sure.
rely on to successfully
Was
climb
that
down
D6?
60 feet of rope?
There's a
Okay.
cactus right there.
2.
Okay, so that's going to be 4 plus 4. That's going to be 23.
All right. Nice. You attach the ropes together. You attach the rope to a cactus. You throw the rope down to the bottom.
And how does a mountain goat climb down the rope?
Well, you're still going to have to bring down whomever.
Okay.
If you're going to bring down the animals, or we can.
Well, how about we bring down the animals with the mold earth, and then we can climb down one by one ourselves.
Do we need the animals down? If
It's
we
only a
just
couple
climb-
hundred yards away.
Yeah. Do we?
I wouldn't imagine you need them if you're just trying to travel with them. Unless you really wanted them to just not be by themselves, which is entirely fair.
Yeah, so our last rope, I say that we tie them to like nearby cactuses, and we can keep them here. Since we can't have our very noble friend.
I'm ready to go down the rope
Okay.
first, down the
Alright.
bottom.
Can you give me an athletics roll, please?
Why not?
60.
You get down safely.
I'm going to serve each person as they go down the rope. Just so I can get like the first advantage to going down.
To get advantage to going down?
Yes,
Why
just
would you get advantage to going down from watching people?
well, seeing how they're doing like their handholds and such, and
I am afraid I'm not going to let that play. I'm sorry.
God damn it.
Okay, so now I'm down at the bottom of the rope.
Normally, helping somebody else gives them advantage.
All right.
Ragdal will go next.
All right.
Now, how you should be there to fist bump everybody before they go down.
That's a good point.
Give him a nice punch as they send him over. All right, who's going to go down next?
Make their arms ache.
I'll
before they
go
have to
down next.
Just
All right.
winding up my hand next.
And I'm going to change my portent roll to a 15.
All right.
Dang.
You will make it.
Yep.
You have foreseen this.
Why did you not just tell us you had foreseen we were going to go down on a rope?
He didn't know what it meant then. He just saw a long noodly thing being wrestled by several people.
He sees a billion futures at once. He doesn't know which ones.
I see.
This is the only future in which you climb down a rope.
14,906 futures. There.
Yes.
I'll tell you how many you won in them.
All right. Who's gonna go down next?
I'll go next.
All right.
I will give you guidance.
Mm-hmm.
You slip and fall.
4.
That was a nat one.
Uh,
So should we let that negate a nat one? Do you think? I don't think we should.
I don't think so.
Although rules was written, that doesn't mean anything because it's not actually.
we were using Mold Earth, though.
I don't
Oh, yeah,
think we
you
were.
Not at the time.
Okay. No.
All right, you slip, fall, and
Die.
Okay, so for every
Nice
10
knowing
feet, it is a d6 worth of
it
damage.
is.
So
That's
you don't have anything that can fly that you can morph into as you're falling.
I
do you?
can't fly until a future level.
okay.
Wait,
Does
no,
anybody?
change
How
it
about
to a
some-
creature that can fly, like a bird, eagle.
How about a frog or
You are
something that lands
Very
on a long jump?
likely going to die straight up if you don't do something to fix this.
Can I
You'll take
change
an
shape
average.
like mid-roll?
We'll say you can. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Can we say that the guidance offsets here so that she reached out and grabbed at least something on the way down and maybe reduces it
At
somewhat?
the
No.
yes, you'll at. You know what?
Just
That's a free thing that doesn't require any
mid-fall,
resources.
I just
That's
want
fair.
to turn into like a cricket or something light enough that doesn't take
Uh,
any sort of.
No, I would change right into like a seagull.
I think
I
that is an
But
amazing
crickets-
idea. Go with
Crickets
that.
can't get
I like
hurt
that
from
idea.
falling.
With a
They
dex,
don't weigh
dex
enough.
save?
No, just turn to a cricket. You'll take an entire 1 damage. Very nice. Take inspiration from it.
Okay.
And
We'll play it.
because it's a cricket, it's 1 HP, so does it
So you turn, yes, exactly. You turn back into yourself on the ground. Tiny bits of shell splattered around you.
Brilliant.
But that doesn't come off your HP.
No,
That came off the cricket's HP.
Oh, right.
you're fine.
Excellent.
I feel like
It was really
overwhelming
a bit of
nature
rock that
chirps
fell on you. That did the damage.
You thought of the
Okay.
guidance with the emeralds and the green, and then you thought green crickets. Okay.
Of course.
Of course.
Why didn't I think of that?
Those famous green crickets. Now, what are we
All
doing
right.
with young Master Rillian?
Well, what?
All right, here as well.
The dex.
He wants to come
Roll
down.
dex.
No,
No.
athletics.
Athletic? 8.
That will not. But you don't probably fall to your death. Can you give me a dex
You
saving
can't
throw?
cricket.
Rope burn?
All right,
Ooh, nat
you
20
did nat
is
20. You're going to take 10 feet of damage. You're going to take 1 whole falling damage.
Wow.
All right.
Gets towards the end.
Our noble friend. Why will
All right, Aurelian.
It's your time to shine.
He makes it down safely.
Ah, good.
He clambers down.
No. I do not have guidance for myself.
So you
Rip.
can't give it to
You
yourself?
can't give it
You
to
can't,
I
like,
believe you can give it
yourself
to
a
yourself.
bump?
Actually, yeah, it does just say one willing creature
Yeah.
within range, so I'll give myself
I rolled
guidance.
Okay, so
Oh,
fist-
not 20.
Yay.
And a 4 on the bluff on the guidance. So it's max roll.
You take your hammer and kind of like as if
Excellent.
somehow.
I land, I have sunglasses on, and then I disappear afterwards.
You wasted that on climbing down a
After
rope.
Yes.
Excellent.
A max roll of guidance.
same time,
And-
he doesn't take damage.
This is true.
All right. So you're all down at the bottom of the ravine. Very nice, Sue.
Yeah, full 20 minutes. Don't worry, folks.
And everybody
there.
give me a DC 12 perception roll.
Really?
Yeah.
I got an 8.
No.
Wow. Go team.
For the folks at home, I rolled a natural 1
These are
again.
terrible
I rolled
rolls.
a natural 2.
Oh my.
What are we rolling?
I'm not
Perception.
the
You are the last one to see if we all get terrible perception rolls. Roll well.
Yeah.
Oh my word. That was all sub 10 rolls.
What about Virillion?
Okay, Rillian, I'm going to roll this in the open for Rillian.
Oh. You're also sub 10 roll.
All right, you're all congratulating yourselves on that awesome everything. Well,
6 rolls, folks. Single one of us rolled above.
please tell me it actually printed
My
that out.
passive perception of 15, but I rolled a 2.
Yeah. Passing
Good
the
at
12
perception,
years.
but I rolled a 2.
13. I got it. I managed an 8. I think I won that of the group.
Alright, so
What?
I got a
no,
7
I rolled a
total.
5.
So you rolled a 1.
Roll the 1.
8
Well, you hear the hissing when it's too late. A pair of scaly arms grab you around the waist and jerk you up into a tree.
I give up.
None of you see it. If any of you had gotten a 10,
everyone was too busy looking at Ragdal being awesome.
yes.
Roll maze.
Hits your armor class, a pair of fangs sink into your neck.
And none of us noticed the squishy's not with us.
I need everybody to roll me initiatives, please.
Now the good rolls come out.
21.
17.
One moment, please. Alright, what's your character's name again?
Nicassius.
Nick.
Just call them whatever. Doesn't matter.
Mac. Nicassius.
As for
Were
why...
those 17, was it?
21.
21.
17.
Folks at home, as to why you were hearing the giggling a few moments ago, I just rolled my second nat 1 in a row.
You know, I had it scripted that Rillian's the one who gets grabbed no matter what, but when you roll a natural 1, I'm afraid that takes precedent. Dear goodness, on the same color die, too.
Yeah, Zephyr died, though.
Wow, 2 nat 1s in a row. That's
Pretty good.
very unfortunate. That's Snake Eyes right
I think
there.
I sucked up all the luck in the room with
I
a completely
think you
useless
did.
roll.
That's a class feature. Should be his class feature if we're going to be perfectly honest. He's the divination wizard.
Yeah, should have seen that coming.
Yeah.
You could have, but you chose not to. 12?
12.
Okay.
15 for Ragdal.
Alright. Nicassius, it's your turn. Well, yeah, I'm sorry, I gotta roll for damage. Should that not actually surprise round because those don't exist, but you know.
Rortrin is killed outright.
Yeah. No. Alright, that's 3 slashing, 3 piercing damage.
Okay. That's
And I need you to make me a DC 12 Constitution roll.
good. Blue die. Let's try and see what's happened. 12? Constitution? I make it.
Alright. You feel a little lethargic, but you're
Ugh.
not hampered.
Ugh.
And, ooh, I gotta roll for that. Oh no. Nicassius,
Have I noticed that Rortrin's not here?
you just barely noticed he's not here.
Rortrin has disappeared.
Gas.
Oh no.
I don't know where Rortrin went.
I give like a cry from a tree nearby.
Gurgle.
Oh,
The trees are gurgling.
The trees have mouths.
and they cannot scream.
Really? What did the tree say?
What does the tree say?
That's a very good question.
Well, I guess I'm going to look up into the trees.
Well, you look in the tree in the direction that Rourke was screaming from, and you see a gigantic, scaly gray snake with 2 little arms. It's wrapped around branches with its girth, and it's holding Rortrin in its hands, and it's got its head chomped down onto his neck.
Oh, good. And how high up is this?
This is about 20 feet up.
Yay.
Right?
Well, I guess I'm going to take my sling and attempt to hit this thing, but not near him.
Alright, make me an attack roll, please.
21.
You smack it in the head. It makes a little surprised chirp and drops Rortrin and falls itself. Thump thump.
Saving throw for me, I take it?
You're just going to take 4
Alright.
falling damage.
That puts me at 7.
It took 9, if that makes you feel any better.
Okay, and it was 4 points of damage from the sling stab.
Excellent. Its tail lashes out and hits nobody because it's not close enough. Breaker.
Breaker.
Oh,
Hi, Breaker.
hi.
What do you do?
Welcome back.
First, I forget that was my name.
Acceptable.
And then I threw a javelin to its head.
Alright. It is going to hopefully get hit by your javelin.
15.
Does not hit.
Ugh.
Your javelin pings off its stony scales. Ragdal.
Ragdal is going to cast Toll the Dead, except it's Toll the Forge. So it has a Wisdom saving throw.
All right. And that is 10. It fails.
It fails. Yes. Okay. So
It's going to be...
so it hears the ringing of forge hammers repeatedly getting louder and louder, and it feels warmer and warmer, and it takes 3 fire damage.
It screeches a little bit and smacks its head against the tree. Lovely. It's going to turn, and it's going to climb back up the tree. It's going to try to be a sneaky beaky.
Really pretty.
And all of you make me perception rolls, please.
That's a 16.
20.
8.
16.
7.
It disappears from sight.
Even to a 22.
Oh, 22?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you see it.
Okay.
You can see it hide and then leap to this tree.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought you said 20.
No, 17 plus 5.
Okay. Crypt.
Well, I don't know. I didn't see where it went.
I pointed
Can
it out.
I see it now?
You can
or-
see it now, yeah.
You can see it now? Okay.
As soon as it leapt, I just followed it with my finger.
Can you give me a nature roll, please? Because I think you would know this.
Yeah, that's going to be a 18.
All right. These things are called funnel vipers. They're dangerous solitary hunters that live in Shinnah.
Okay. Hey.
They paralyze their prey and then drag them down into their burrows, and then lay them over their eggs for them to rot and feed their children.
Oh.
Okay, Grip is going to move up here.
All right. That thing is in a tree, so
Yep. And how tall is the tree?
it's about 15 feet up.
Alright. Gonna do Thunder Wave again.
Blast
Okay.
it out of the tree.
That is a 5-foot cube, right?
No, 15
15.
foot.
15. I'm sorry. Yep. Yep.
You got no tiny stone on the top.
Are you going to blast it
No.
up?
Are you going to blast it up?
Sure. we can have a.
All right. Are you gonna blast it like straight upward?
How about at an angle and then it comes down hard?
Well, I was just going for that general area of the tree itself.
So you're just
but
kind of
that
smash
sounds
it back
good, too.
into the tree.
100 small woodland creatures are gonna go flying up in the air.
Yeah.
I like the idea of doing it upward.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, let's do it.
Snakes blasting
So,
off again.
do I have to
So-
make a saving throw?
I'm pretty sure Thunder Wave had a saving throw.
Yeah, I think it does have a saving throw. Oh, it's going. Yeah, it's a saving throw.
And that'd be against
Okay.
my spell save.
And was
DC.
it dexterity saving throw? Where's my player handbook?
Step it.
Okay.
Wrong one. That's mine.
Thank you. I think Jordan's gonna have it in a second.
Yep. So it's a con save.
All right.
So whatever your spellcasting modifier is. Plus 10, right?
Spellcasting modifier plus proficiency plus 8.
Okay, plus 8.
A 4 does
Probably
not pass.
charisma for bard, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be charisma, so that'd be plus.
It's written right there for you by your DC save.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, 13.
Okay. Yeah.
So am I
let's
still
settle-
going to attack, or am I just...
No,
okay.
it just rolled to save and it rolled a 3. It's going to scream as it flies directly up into the air.
Okay.
So how
It is
much
going to come flying back down in a tiny little arc. It's going to have a dex save as it tries desperately to grab back onto a tree.
So it does that.
Yeah, it does damage to it.
And it fails, yes. How much damage does it take from the spell to begin with?
10.
Thunder
All right.
damage.
Well, actually, what's the spell attack bonus? Is that just for
You
hitting?
don't get
or-
that
That's
unless
that's for something else.
Yeah.
Okay.
If
It's
you make
just
an
a
attack
two.
spell, you roll that to hit. A lot of spells don't let you
Oh,
add
so
your...
that's for hitting, that's not for
Yeah.
the damage. Okay.
All right, so
pretty sure.
you dealt it damage from that, then it comes flying up. Stone scales go flying into the night. It gracefully comes back down, gracefully tries to grab the tree, gracefully fails, and thumps back to the ground. And takes 17 falling damage.
Oh, yikes.
You hear a resounding crack in there when it slithers back up to, it's not feet, but back to like a coiling position. There's a big crack running across its belly. It is very angry at you for that, Crypt. Thank you, Rortrin.
All right. Well, now I see that little critter
That was
over
amazing,
there.
by the way.
That was very good.
That was great.
Take a point of inspiration.
All right, I'm going to move up here, get into line with it, and then I'm going to say, "Hey, here, take a fist," and I'm going to
Just kind of drop it to the ground.
drop it to the ground.
Yeah.
Actually, no, can I toss it up to the ground and then cast it at it? Yeah, because it
Sure.
says, all right,
That looked
Hey.
way cooler.
yeah, way cooler. So
Effectively
Toss
the same
it up.
mechanics, but
draw it back and then
Excellent.
shoot at it. So that's a dex save.
yep. That's 21.
That's going to be a success.
All right. So that'll deal half damage. Is that correct?
Let me check.
All right.
Yeah, okay. On a fail to... No, it takes no damage.
All right. It's coiling all around your fist. Just goes right through it. Whip.
Does it
Between
count
two
as
coils.
prone at the moment? Or
It's a snake, so it cannot be prone.
cannot be prone? Okay.
I don't know if that's actually a roll, but I'm going with it.
That's fair.
That's how it is in Warwickshire. So, Nicassius.
What is our fine friend Rillian?
That's a really good point. I did not roll for him. Rillian has a lower
Takes out
dex.
2 long swords.
Should have gone before. That's exactly what he does, actually. Should have gone before Rortrin. So he's going to go right now. Stop your foul beast! He draws his second sword, and he's going to try to get that snake. He's going to make his first attack. 3 does not hit.
I was waiting for that.
Brilliant slays the snake. Congratulations. No, neither of his attacks hit.
Somehow learned to use 2 long swords.
He actually hits the snake with both his blades. They just bounce off his stone. Ting ting. He has absolutely no training. He's windmilling.
They hit on the
Yes.
flat. Just like that.
Pretty much, yeah.
Amazing.
Nicassius.
Okay.
Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Some movement. And I'm going to attack it with the sword.
All right. You swing,
And I miss.
and your tip goes right next to the crack you were trying to spear. And there's a sound of nails on chalkboard as the tip scrapes across its stone scales.
Okay. And
You
then
shiver.
Then I'm going to use a cunning action to disengage from
All
it.
right. You gonna move away?
Yep.
All right.
And I'm going to move. How far does that up?
How at your remaining movement?
Okay. There. So I'm just going to back up
Okay.
to there.
Technically, it's just letting you disengage
Yeah.
with a bonus action. All right. It's going to whip its tail at Rillian. And is going to hit.
Oh, really?
He's going to take 5 damage.
Barely no.
Smacks him across the head. You hear it crack. Breaker.
Okay. Breaker's going to suddenly remember that he has told the dead. Because
Yes, he does. So what does
That's good.
Breaker's Toll the Dead look like? I do a con throw. You don't roll, I don't believe.
No?
Correct.
And he has been damaged, so you'll
It's
roll
wisdom,
a
though.
Yes.
Wisdom, sorry.
Yes.
What's the con one? I can't remember. Is there a con?
Thunderwave, we just had a second.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what is your Toll the Dead?
I have put
Flavor.
no thought into it.
Okay, so you're a druid, right?
Mhm.
So what's a druidy way to be remembering the dead or evoking the dead? Druids are all like wilds and the power and force of nature.
Raven's Call?
The Raven's Call, what do you think
Oh,
about
yeah,
that?
the,
Crashing of waves.
carrion birds.
Oh, crashing waves, that's good. Carrion birds,
Yeah.
excellent. The sound of crows feeding on washed up sailors.
Yeah.
There we go. Perfect.
Nat 20.
Oof.
The
The snake
snake
has already learned that trick once. Fool me once.
the snake overwhelms the sound by smashing against the tree. The sound of rustling leaves sounds like the crashing tide on
Did it hurt itself
the
in its
waves.
confusion?
It did not. Ragdal.
Okay, Ragdal's going to move over here a little bit. And then I am
So
going...
that is a tree. Are you going to climb the tree?
No,
Okay.
I'm just going to sit under the tree.
Okay.
I just saw a little bit better line of sight to it.
All right.
And then I am going to point at the snake and command it to halt. By casting command.
All right. So I make a wisdom saving throw.
saving throw.
And that is 10.
That fails. So it doesn't move and takes no actions for one turn.
All right. It twitches and
That's
just
just
stares at
frozen
you in
for one
confusion.
turn.
Okay. Yeah. It is Snake's turn. Snake skips its turn. Crypt. What do you do? Rillian is smacking the snake. The snake is frozen.
Still windmilling.
Just scream.
Thank you, Ragdal! Just the opening I needed! He's been hitting like every one of your turns. He's still done that.
You said it has a crack running along it now, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to go up to it
All right.
and swing my hand axe into that crack.
All right.
Hit is 13.
That'll not hit. You swing your hand axe, and the edge of your hand axe is wider than the crack is. You don't get it at perfectly the right angle. Just smack. Is that the end of your turn?
You want to maybe run away from it after you swing at it? So
It will take
doesn't-
no bonus action, I don't believe. Is that right? Or sorry, reaction. It doesn't get a reaction if it's frozen.
So the spell specifically
Yeah.
says if I command halt,
Mm-hmm.
takes no actions, doesn't move. A flying creature stays aloft, provided it is able to do so. So it basically makes every attempt to stay in its current
Okay.
position. Yeah. But it doesn't specifically say anything about reactions or bonus actions, so I don't
All right,
know.
I'm just gonna.
Probably up to interpretation.
It probably does let you, because that seems. I don't know. We're just gonna let it be completely frozen for the moment.
Okay. And I'm just going to step.
All right. It is Rillian's turn. Hit that snake, Rillian. He hits.
Good job. Completely by accident. You just flailing around.
And second attack.
He's gonna roll the damage first. He does 3 damage. And he hits. He did a total of 4 damage.
Hey.
Oh, really?
He hits it around the eyes. He's starting to get the idea.
I'm adventuring.
Perhaps
Yes.
it is really in time.
Rortrin.
All right.
Pointy.
I'm going to smack it with left slap.
All right.
I'm going to turn that into an 18.
Okay.
Hey.
You smack it with Lich Slap.
You view a future in which you do not hit it, and then you do.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's going to be a D8 of necrotic. That's going to be 2 necrotic damage.
All right.
And it can't regain hit points until the start of its next.
Okay.
My next turn.
It is. A lot of its scales are missing, and you can see pink flesh underneath. It's pretty nasty. Nicassius.
I'm going to move back to here.
All right.
Do I have advantage on him?
You can if you move to here.
If I moved it, then I will move to where I have advantage.
Okay.
There.
Roll me some damage.
That was 11, so that missed.
Yep.
Uh,
That will hit.
and that will hit. Okay, so we need an 8 and a sneak attack damage. So it's 5 and 5 is 10 points of damage.
All right.
And then
You carefully line up your rapier and ram it right into its flesh.
I'm going to back up.
All right.
Space again as a cunning action.
Okay. Its tail is going to lash out at Riley.
Really in the tank.
Poor
You've
boy.
been killed.
The dexterity.
It misses.
Whoa.
That fancy chainmail.
He gets whacked around his midsection, falls down, but gets back up. Breaker.
Burger's going to attempt to toll the dead again.
All right.
This time, just twice as hard, twice as many crows.
All right, Crow's nose your time to shine. Fails.
Okay.
D12, right?
Mm-hmm. D12.
D8 if it's full health, D12 otherwise.
Yeah.
That goes up with later levels, but
No, that's the.
That's a D10.
Sorry.
Archer 1.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. The crows took all of your
This is
rolls.
the problem with spells.
We're doing damage to it. We're just not.
A bit of its jaw skills fell off.
Perfect. That's
Ragdoll.
exactly what I was going for. Those are the
Okay,
important ones.
Ragdal is finally going to charge into the fray.
All right.
With,
Do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I guess I can't quite make it. He's not going to charge quite into the fray.
Okay. If only I wasn't so heavy and majestic.
Yes, exactly. So I will cast Sacred Flame.
All right.
So that is a Dex
Dexterity.
saving throw.
Fails.
Fails. Okay, that is 1d8. Radiant damage 3.
All right. It has a tiny little crown of flame.
I bang on my shield and the fire goes out and just forms it.
The snake is going to coil up the tree. Rillian is going to get an attack of opportunity. You're going to get an attack of opportunity.
Being that it was a damage roll, that 1 still does a damage.
It does.
+2, so that's...
Do you add +2 to that?
No.
I don't.
No.
It said 1d12 +2.
I don't. It shouldn't be
No.
+2.
Shouldn't
Not
be
to
plus-
not to 12 dead.
Not for total dead.
I have it open right here.
Rillian fails.
You
hit.
23.
Where did I get that from?
Now, do I get sneak attack on that again, or
You have to take the attack action to get sneak attack.
Okay.
So.
be 9 points of damage?
All right. And it's going to try to hide.
Does Aurelian make an attack against it?
He failed.
Okay.
Everybody make perception rolls, please.
That's exactly the problem with the early game cantrips is the no minimum damage is
Well,
They do
And-
scale up in dice.
well,
Yes, exactly. The early game.
I don't know
I've
where I got that
6.
from. I got it from somewhere.
10.
12.
12.
23.
You again see the snake.
I just put my finger out.
Would you like me to buy you a new set of dice?
I have 4 different sets of dice.
He's trying to sneak up on you.
You know, sadly enough,
He lashes up.
I point my finger out and I just point it right behind me.
Your special backup dice.
Excellent. Does
Bag
a
of 20.
24 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
bag of 20 of dice.
Take the other dice and just burn them.
He doesn't grapple you. But he does 2 piercing damage.
Okay.
And can you make me a Constitution save versus poison?
Oh, I have advantage on that.
Yes.
And I rolled a natural 19, so I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
You pass.
Yeah.
You don't even feel it.
2 points of damage?
Yeah.
Alright.
And now, can you give me an attack against it, please?
Oh, sure. Just with my hammer?
Yeah.
Can I do that two-handed, or...?
You can do it two-handed.
Okay, that will be two-handed. Does a 14 hit?
Yes.
Okay, that is 1d10 plus 2.
Most of its skulls have been broken up, so you see.
8 damage.
You crush its head.
It attacks me from behind, I just...
Splat.
Yes.
It falls out of the tree on top of you.
Is it dead?
It is dead, yes.
I think it no longer has a skull. So
Yeah.
I think we're...
Essentially, yes. No longer has a skull. We are out of combat.
I'm going to say, give me a moment so I can look this thing over, see if I can harvest it.
Anyone in dire need of healing?
Nope.
It really is just about dead.
All right, I'm
That's
going
fine.
to pray.
He can wait till our next rest. He's fine.
All right, I'm going to praise the creature, which is 8 plus the harvested creature CR.
Alright.
So
That's going to be +2.
right, so that's going to be I'm going to make it. So
All right.
I'm able to praise to see what I'm able to harvest from it.
Alright. And so do I tell you what table to roll on now? It's been like a couple weeks since I read through the harvesting book. So.
During this time, can I assume that I could take a healer's kit to
Yeah.
Brilliant and just
Yes.
help him take a hit dice or whatever? Oh. So
Yeah.
I'll do that then.
Alright, he'll use his 1 hit die.
There we go.
Alright.
I don't want to waste the spell slot on him.
Alright, and here heals all that back.
So perfect.
All right. So what sort of creature was it?
Succeed.
He wasn't actually from the book, is the problem. Let's see what something close would be. What's giant snakes? Are there giant snakes in the book? There have to be giant snakes in the book.
There has to be.
This is the problem, is I never use anything from the book.
If it's miscellaneous,
Giant poisonous snake.
then I would assume
found
that.
that.
Excellent. Let's do that, giant poisonous snake.
Armor class 14. That was match what you said earlier. What are you
It
looking
was
for?
16 for a while. It was
Oh.
14 once you broke all the
Gotcha.
skills off it.
What's that?
I'm going to say that.
Anything you want to
Yes.
go on it specifically, or
Yes, sir. Very
He's
nice
trying to
looking
see what he can
set of
harvest from it according to a table that he
Oh.
has.
I see.
Yeah, so I'm going
The
to.
entire bag.
I'm thinking like.
There's no tax on that on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the problem being that miscellaneous creatures are not part of the document.
Gotcha.
So
Alright. Do
just
we
the
have
scales.
Yes, you get the scales from it. And also,
All right.
do you have to make an additional roll for anything?
Yeah,
you're doing
for actually harvesting it. with
Okay, so make me a roll for getting the scales.
the- Okay, so that's
You
doubled gold,
13.
and that's
No.
a creature.
You have
miscellaneous
vision?
creature.
All right.
Yep.
I suggest
Can I
while
give
he's
you
doing
guidance
this,
on that? Or not?
Yes.
keep an eye out, make sure nothing
Yeah.
sneaks up on us.
Thank you, thank you.
So you harvest its venom?
13. I
Okay.
might. Hey,
You just crushed its
plus
head.
4.
The head is pretty well crushed. That is an issue.
Okay,
Can
that
you?
is
you
going to be
strip some-
17.
Brain my rough.
All right, so you are going to be able to get 8 scales.
Mhm.
Can you give me another harvesting roll to see at disadvantage to see if you can get any poison from it?
All right.
Sorry, venom.
Okay, so added that together,
You
that
can
would
get-
be 16.
For disadvantage?
Adding an ability check. Actually, we'll reduce that by 3 to 13.
You have a plus 10 to your.
Well, you said I
Okay.
could double my proficiency with my harvesting kit. With
So what does your harvesting kit give you? Because you had disadvantage, so you would have had to use that 3 as your result.
Okay,
So,
so
you got the bonus. What did you get for the bonus from the die that he gave you?
I got a 4.
Okay, so that goes to 7.
Yeah, and then add on to that plus
Okay, that's not
Se-
terribly unreasonable.
plus 7 for the harvesting kit. So 7, 14. I guess total.
Your harvesting kit gives you plus 7.
Yeah, well, you said that I could apply my expertise to a tool set.
Yes. Sorry, you have expertise, not just proficiency. Okay.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
All right. You get 1 dose of paralytic poison,
Yeah, baby.
and also you're hacking through it. You're going to get 1 pound of edible snake meat. The rest of it was tainted.
Yeah,
And you
tried to
also
eat me, you bastard.
get an uncut belly stone,
Ooh, belly
an
stone.
uncut blue belly stone.
What the heck is that?
That's what's in these creepy, gray, scaly creatures in this country. That's where all the adventurers come here to kill the creatures.
Stories aren't true.
Mm.
Or they just ate a rock because it's a dumb
Ragdal
snake.
is a
I
jeweler.
hold it up and I say, ah.
Oh. Can I use my background as a jeweler to inspect its value?
Yes.
I hand it to him.
All right. Can you give
Okay,
me
that's
a? Do you have a jeweler's kit with you?
I
If
might
not, just give me investigation.
Can I use my background as a druid to inform them that's not part of a snake?
Can you give me a history roll, please?
I do not have one on me. No.
Okay.
So, investigation?
Yeah.
Yes, you.
11.
All right.
18.
It is not part of a snake.
This is a. You're somewhat familiar with the belly stones. This is a pretty small one.
Okay.
Probably won't be very valuable until it's cut. You can't know its quality.
Okay. Makes sense.
All right, well, I'll put that away.
All right. Yeah, you're like not familiar at all with any of this stuff.
So, what's Verilian's reaction to just seeing that snake now dead and after his first adventure?
something.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
Everybody just.
He puts his swords away without cleaning them.
I'll finish stitching him up a little bit.
He's just bleeding profusely, but he's happy.
We're gonna go far,
I
guys.
think he's back to full health now.
He is back to full.
Oh, okay.
I'll lead the way.
I helped him use a hit dice.
And he turns and
Goodbye.
he points in the direction of the blue smoke rising that you can vaguely see through the leaves up ahead.
Yes, the Omen.
And he starts marching, and he puts his foot in a den and wrenches it. So, Rillian found a little tunnel leading down into the ground, maybe 7 or so feet in diameter.
Dwarves belong underground. I will go first.
All right, good idea.
Can you give me a perception roll?
7 feet in diameter
Yes.
is a little.
Oh no, 9.
Okay, this path here, this tunnel stinks of rotten fish and bear grease, or something like it. It seems to meander perhaps a few feet before twisting. You
Smells
can
like-
very easily crawl through it.
Smells like my grandfather's yard.
Oh, no. Would you like to crawl down the tunnel?
Not particularly.
Okay. You crawl.
It doesn't
out of
smell like a very pleasant underground like Ragdal.
Nope. Well, you crawl out.
Yes.
You guys continue on.
Yeah, so to the fallen stone.
I
or
recommend
light.
keeping our eyes open this time.
I suggest you all blink in alternation with keeping your eyes open,
Yeah,
so you
that,
don't.
that was our problem last time. We all blinked at the same time.
Yeah.
Dwarves
I
don't.
don't know, do
What is
imps
this?
blink?
Do you have eyelids?
He has eyes. So.
Do you have maybe that creepy third eyelid?
Yes,
that's
but you're
kinda
not from
slopes
this
over your eyes?
plane, so...
We'll go with that.
All right. Do you guys stealth, or do you walk normally, or do you run?
I would say that we kind of stealth, considering that what we were attacked with. Yeah,
How far are we from now?
Maybe 100 yards.
We were just making quite a lot of noise fighting.
It's
Yeah.
true.
I don't know if stealth is necessarily necessary, but maybe. I guess it can't hurt.
all right.
Everybody give me a group stealth roll, please.
If we're gonna call the event
15.
anything, we've called it. Wow.
So if I'm wearing chain, I'll get
17.
disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay.
As does Rortrin. Oh, he rolled a 1.
Six.
This is also gonna be- Oh, good. Okay, I avoided the nat 1. So I got a
Brilliant
nat
is
2.
loudly singing his own praises as we stealth.
Yeah, he is. He just will not shut up.
I got a 1 total, but not a nat
Okay.
1.
21.
Oh, 6.
17.
What was your stealth roll?
15.
Okay. Yeah, you guys don't make it. Mostly because of Brilliant. And I'm guessing you like scream at him to shut up or something.
Probably. That's why my cell phone was so
Shut up! We're stealthing!
We're being stealthy.
And then it's all silent for like 2 minutes. But the damage is already done. So you approach. As you approach, luminescent blue smoke begins to roll across the ground, obscuring your feet and seeming to dampen noise. A little too late. You feel slightly warm to the touch. Anybody proficient in Arcana, please give me an Arcana roll.
That's going to be a 19.
I'm not proficient.
Okay. Are you Mr. Crypt? Okay. You stoop down and you gather a handful of this and kind of rub it between two fingers. See, your fingers look like mine afterward.
Look at all this green smoke.
It reveals itself to be a relatively uncommon component, which is spectralized star sapphire dust.
Does that count as a metal?
No. You pass, and you hear snarling up ahead. You step through a clearing and see 5 wolves tearing at figures obscured by the blue mist. Blue smoke pours from their nostrils and their ears and from the corners of their eyes and jaws, tearing at obscured forms on the ground. They look up as you approach and keep on snarling. And there will we end tonight.
Alright.